Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Let's get my chat up here. Okay, chat is up. Get some additional clients up as well, just in case we need to do any CSR stuff. The Twitch little notification thing is kind of slow in the Discord today. Hopefully that pops off soon. BD84. Hey Nick, here's my first point on my wish list. Opacity slider for chat window. Yeah. So I think you can do. Did I miss it? Thought you could do it. Where is it? Oh, chat settings. Yeah, I haven't even opened that yet. Is it? Where is it? Chat settings. Oh, there it is. Yeah, maybe that should be located somewhere else. Like, I feel like chat settings should just be part of options, but we kind of have this category going, these three categories going. What's up, Wickesloth? I was poking in your stream last night, just lurking, but I've been trying to watch other people's streams and stuff, so it's kind of up late perusing the category. Good to see you, bud. Yeah, no problem. Good evening, the Notorious 188. Yeah, so there's a chat setting option, BD, but it's, I believe, you know, for everything, right? In some cases, I know I prefer to have it down to the individual chat window level. So, hey, what's up, Nicodemus? How about those cinder beetles, buddy? That was a funny one. That provided some cool screenshots in the Discord. Tiff the OSP. Which poor decisions? I'm trying to remember. What's up, Viro? Yak stream? Yeah. Evening Jace Grimblade. 2-in-1 test. You might even get a third. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of got that itch again to stream, so. But I kind of like doing the every so often stream, you know, keep it a little mysterious. I'm sure that will happen once the test is over, and then I'm like, all right, well, time to work on the game again. So I'm kind of just taking advantage of the time that I have. The Great Cinder Beetle Migration of 2025. Yeah, that was a fun one. Got you, Tiff. Keep the people wanting more. Yeah, that's what I try to do. Hola, White Bandit. Where's my red plate armor? SMH? Yeah, I don't know. It's looking pretty good though, huh? Hey, this guy's looking pretty nice too. Look at him. Am I hitting? No, he's just standing there. Looking very menacing. Okay, so let's... I wasn't gonna start the wish list right away, but since some people have already kind of thrown in their tossed in their hat, so to say, let's do that. So UI. Let's just say chat opacity on an individual chat box level, as opposed to the current full current all chat boxes. And then here's another one. So Trotomir says true pop out chat windows to put on other monitors. Oh, that's an interesting one. You know, I'm not sure how that works with Unity, if that's a feasible thing, but that would be dope. Mr. Nick, the people yearn for casting from spellbooks. I know you really want to limit people to 10 spells, but people want their illusion spells without memming them. Thoughts? I do think that the whole what's it called? I do think that the kind of the limited ability sets are kind of part of the experience. But I think that there is room to have certain abilities that you can just hotbar, right? We can say like less limitations to the 10 spell limit. Maybe? Is that fair? Because I don't think the limitation's gonna go away, to be honest, but... So, yeah, I know this comes up a lot, is the saved spell list for switching. And honestly, it would probably already be in the game if we hadn't said... So this one... I wouldn't say necessarily it's never gonna happen, but it's kind of been like, do we really want it? Because we do like the kind of like visceral, like click, do the thing, right? I guess you can technically click and then press the keybind. But interacting with your book is kind of like we've deemed as part of the experience, but I could also see us maybe down the line just being like, screw it, and then we just do it. So I think it makes the list. It makes the list. And not everything on the list will make it in game, of course, but if this is your wish list, so I think it's fair. By the way, I gotta be shameless real quick in game, because we're gonna be doing an alpha key giveaway. Get your people in here. We're gonna be doing a little bit of an alpha key giveaway at the end of the stream. So, I'm gonna quickly be a little shameless in game. Dude, I don't know if I could do another 5-hour stream, but I am prepared. I am prepared for another 5-hour stream. Well, long stream. We've got 2 of these. We got 2. Costco. Just like, hit me up. Hit me up. But I've just cracked this one and I'm barely into it. I'm trying to out Sean, and that's difficult. He's a real caffeine head, Shout out Kirkland, that's right. And send me some like beef jerky too, you know, that'd be great. What else do you got that I like there? I don't know. Anyways. Oh yes, the peanut butter pretzels. Yeah, I gotta get those. Gotta get those. Definitely gotta get those. Hold on a second. Let me open my dashboard so I'm not missing anything here. All right. So let's open another client. So I can be shameless real quick. Have you talked about how this closed beta is going to work at all? I can't remember. At the end of September. So basically, it's not really anything more than what we're doing. I mean, obviously the game is going to continue to be further and closer to a launch state. But really, it's just the amount of people that we're going to have in the closed testing. So kind of my target CCU concurrent users for alpha has been 100. So I want to ramp that up to maybe like 250 maybe or so. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's at the early parts. It's just like 150 to 200. I don't know. We're gonna get the numbers up in the beta a bit. And yeah, still probably the stream embargo type deal and whatnot. But yeah. So, all right, let me be shameless real quick. GM broadcast is streaming. Wish list. I don't know how much room I have for this. And alpha key giveaways. MnM Wishlist ideas and alpha key giveaways. Okay. Hopefully this is some good clickbait. You know, that's the most important part of being a streamer, right? Definitely feels like a different game compared to the playtests. What do you mean by that, Corvus? Hey, thanks for the follows, by the way, guys. Appreciate that. All right, let's test it on Haradrill. You know, it's got the least amount of people. Nick is streaming MnM wishlist ideas and alpha key giveaways. Twitch.tv/Nickons. Okay, that's fair. That works. Yeah. So if you want the 250 CCU, you definitely need more people for sure. Kobe Cabo, thank you for the prime. Appreciate that. All right. Let's hit Rel. Let's hit Rel. And let's hit Trivia. So Nick, how do you feel about Spellblade's core mechanic? Personally feel that the 5-stack proc mechanic feels a bit gamey and out of era for MnM. Yeah, it is a little bit more modern feeling, right? You like how it encourages weaving spells in with melee, but wouldn't a short set of short-range cooldown spells with neat effects do something similar? Maybe if you want to keep the proc tie-in, make it a buff that lets you cast certain spells without stacks. Making a new line lets you tune them separately from full nukes. Yeah, that seems like a reasonable idea. You know, let me make a note of it real quick. You know, it's all a work in progress. If you feel that the what's it called? If anything feels like overly modern or overly like too active, let us know, because I'm definitely open to making changes. I wouldn't want the game to not feel how it should. So it's a reasonable suggestion, and I'll make a note of it. Thank you, Melq. Hey guys, welcome to the stream, and thank you for the follows. Cool in-game announcement feature? Yeah, it really, you know, lets me be quite shameless. Zen Zero, hey. Hey, Tith. Arms. Good to see you all. EQ. You had me at Alpha Keys? Yeah. So, you're going to have to wait a little bit, but I promise by the end of this stream, I will give away five Alpha Keys. But in the meantime, we're working on this wish list. So any kind of like ideas or suggestions you have for the game, like what is on your like kind of like bucket list of things that you want to see in the game? That's kind of what we're putting together here. So I'm gonna pull that up. Hopefully that's legible for everybody. So. Okay, let me scroll back up and see if I missed anything. I did see 2 wishlist ideas. Int scaling spell damage. Okay, so let's do a gameplay category here. Gameplay. I mean, more specifically, it's like, I'll do a stats subcategory here, and then we'll say int intelligence scaling spell damage and AC fix. Cool. Yeah, and we've actually been talking about that internally. Ollie raised some concerns he had about stats and, you know, kind of progression beats and what's it called? You know, the effectiveness of stats and making sure that abilities are spread out across the level range, so you have things to look forward to. So yeah, it's definitely on our radar. It's definitely a topic that we're gonna heavily be discussing, especially after the playtest. So yeah, that's a pretty cool one. All right, yeah, just dropping ideas right here in chat. Okay, so let me scroll down. Nick, great to see you streaming again. Have you heard about the unfortunate scourge afflicting the night market in Rel? There's some pro-dwarven graffiti. Terrible to see. Yes, I did see a screenshot that was posted in our Slack. The dwarven inquisitors. Yeah, so they did lose the survey, but you know, they won over a lot of people. So we'll see what happens. You never know what might happen. Wishlist. Cooldown / GCD animation on hotbar, as well as ability bar. Love the new animations for cooldowns on the ability bar. Oh, so... Wait. You're talking specifically the GCD. But we do have, like, cooldowns right now, right? Like, see, there's the cooldown doing its thing? But you mean for every GCD? It might be a little spammy because it's not really like too much of a GCD driven game in that kind of regard. I guess it kind of is, right? Like, all right, so what if I attack a bat here with my life leech spell? How does it see everything? So it does show the GCD. So Ghastly, can you clarify what you mean by that? Man, the chat is popping off. This is going to be difficult. Wow. I really actually underestimated this. Man, do I have to make my chat bigger? Like, this is insane. Thank you for all tuning in. Appreciate it a lot. All right, let's see here. Put an in suggestion into Discord. Okay, cool. Bards with MIDI files. Okay. Let's just put Bard. MIDI. Bards with MIDI files. There you go. Now, I did like that in some of the games that I saw it on. I don't know if it fits our game. Like, I'll have to talk to and see what people on the team feel about it. But yeah, in general, it's a fun thing, right? Like you just want to see like a quartet playing the Shire theme or whatever. Anyways, let's see. What else do we have? What time is the alpha key drawing? So that will be towards the end of the stream. It's kind of my little grift to get you to stick around. Yeah. Slayheem, thank you for the sub, buddy, and congrats on the Bone Construct kill. I don't know if you guys saw, but I did quake the servers last night, so he should be back up unless he's already been killed again. So, round 2, you know, the opportunity is there. If you want to get any better footage. I know you kind of unfortunately bit the dust there. Let's see here. Fizzlefest, thank you for the prime. Tenru, thank you for the prime. Red Hawk 417, thank you for the prime. Cave Wugzug, thank you for the prime. Cool. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate that. And thank you for the follows. Loot all from corpse. So, I'm going to be honest, that's probably not going to get added. But I won't say, like, never, never. Like, but it's probably not never. Like, loot all from corpse. Yeah, it's just one of those things that, you know, some of us are adverse to. It's a great quality of life feature. I love when I'm playing, like, you know, insert modern MMO, usually WoW. Like, yeah, it's great. I don't know. There's just something about it that, I don't know. It's just one of those weird things, right? But we'll put it on the list. It makes the list, at least. Savable spell bars, so we don't have to manually drag them each time. Okay. We have that. Save spell list for switching, I guess, right? Don't block the UI elements from being able to get dragged off screen. Okay. I'm gonna just have to start copy-pasting stuff. Epic quest, weapons, skills, and gear. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely on the list. So let's just say... itemization. Itemization, and I mean, technically quests, right? So, obvious one, but epic quests. Oops. What's that? Buffs and debuffs easily visible on mobs. Buffs and debuffs easily visible on mobs. So yeah, that's like one of the areas where I want us to be very careful with. I'm not opposed to showing buffs and debuffs, but I would prefer if there was like a kind of like default setting where it's like filtered in a good way, because there's nothing more than that I dislike than having way too much information on the screen that is completely irrelevant. Like, even at the like high end of like competitive like WoW retail stuff, they're not showing all that stuff. That's actually been kind of a deviation over time, is like showing the right things, even on a crazy UI, very UI driven game like World of Warcraft. Like, you just don't have all the buffs and debuffs showing, because a lot of it's irrelevant info to you, but you want to be able to track your buffs and debuffs and whatnot. And a lot of the like better UI like packages have done this quite well, and it's something that I definitely want to take inspiration from, because some of those well done UI packages have accomplished this in a very clean way. So yeah, that's definitely a good one. What's up, Caution I'm Stoned? Hey, I popped in your stream last night too. Thank you for streaming the game. Appreciate that a lot. And yeah, I did see some DMs from you guys, and I have yet to reply, so I'll get back to you on that. Player boats. Let's do it. So I guess what, systems? I mean, I don't know. I'll recategorize if it. Oops. Player boats. There we go. Shaman bear form. Did I not put bear form in? Hold on a second here. I thought it was already in. Did I forget to do that? Fair form? I guess I forgot to do that. Okay. You know what? I'm not even going to add it. I mean, I'm going to add it to this list, sure. But I'm going to put it on my, like, immediate list. Bear form. Because I'm pretty sure it's, like, close. Like, I may have just forgotten the implement part of it. Shaman, bear form. Make it happen. All right. Oops. Let's bring that list. Okay. So I'm going to be very slow. I'm probably so far behind on chat already. Yeah, I can see the nav bar is like 40% up. It's messed up. Sorry, guys. I'm slow. Do you think the spellbook when you die thing should be a feature? So when I first saw it, I was like, oh, I don't know. And then I quickly realized how easy of a thing it is to kind of circumvent. You have options. You have the bank. You can bank your initial spellbook. You can memorize abilities and then plop it back in the bank. You can get an extra spellbook for relatively cheap. There's now a trait that I added since the last playtest where you can start with a second spellbook. And this is a no-drop spellbook. So if I forget if you can loot spellbook on PvP. I'm pretty sure you can. But it's a second no-drop spellbook you can get. So that's useful for a PvP server. Potentially. So yeah, there's also going to be placeable objects like the storage crates that exist that we need to slightly fix. You're able to kind of place a storage crate like outside the dungeon and then put corpse retrieval supplies in it if you need. So I think that it's reasonable that it exists. I warmed up to it very fast and very long ago, but I still see a lot of the kind of discourse around our game is like, oh man, they made it harder in EverQuest. Like you have to get, yeah, like there's, I think there's some fun logistical opportunities with that. And there's some, and there's some preparation that needs to be done. Sure. But I don't think just like corpse runs in EverQuest, like people figured them out and it's not really a big deal. It's just a consideration, right? So I don't think it's a problem. I think it's kind of scary for people that are starting the game and don't have a good grasp yet of the mechanics and what you can do to kind of to circumvent it. So Shaman Dots being good. LOL, Invis lasting longer than 20 seconds. Well, you do get upgraded in Invis, and it can last longer than 20 seconds if you get lucky, but so let's just say general abilities. Viz longer, and what was the other thing? Oh, Shaman. Okay, so sorry, bear with me here, guys. By the way, I gotta catch up on. Man, you guys are priming and doing all the stuff. Cripple Cricket, thanks for the prime. Icarist, thank you for the prime. AJ, thanks for the prime. Font Size, thanks for the prime. Vante Leon, thanks for the prime. Disarrayed, thank you for the tier 1. Furos, thank you for the prime. Red666, thank you for the tier 1. Nicodemus, thank you for the gift sub. Kinston, thank you for the prime. Snag Wobbleham, thank you for the prime. Okay, so Invis longer, dots better. Reasonable asks. Show me the trolls. I mean, they're coming. Like, that's a given. Bard Melody? Melody. We'll put it in there. Flexler also. Hey, buddy. It's good to see you, man. Thank you for the prime. I saw you also looking for a group earlier. I hope you found some people to team up with and you're having a good time with the game. It's good to see you. Voxen, 87, excited to see the game. Hey, I'm excited to see you. Need more spells that will increase as levels increase is my wish. Oh, okay, so like maybe spell scaling, I'm thinking. Yeah, we definitely could use more of that. I mostly haven't done it out of like just making it slightly more trickier to balance, but honestly, it's not that tricky to balance whatsoever. I already have my balance spreadsheet set up to consider all that stuff, so it's pretty reasonable. Just gotta pull the trigger on it, sit down. Optimization on the loading screen is a big one. So yeah, that's kind of like a regression in this build. We sped up the loading time significantly, and then for some reason in this build, it just slowed down. So yeah, but let us... Man, you guys are going crazy. Brencanst, thank you for the tier 1. Interworld, thank you for the tier 1. RN Davis, thank you for the prime. Ezron Throne, thank you for the tier 1. CS Mass, thank you for the 5 gifties. Thank you so much. And Wicked Storm 88, thank you for the prime. Okay. Let us say tech. Load screen, time optimization. Some sort of dark zones where PvP is enabled but higher risk rewards. Agreed. Agreed. Yeah, and Fathom, you know, like we have the PvP server. That sounded like it was a good thing.
Hadwin just cheered 100 bits.
Oh, hey, thank you for the 100 biddies. Appreciate that. So obviously we have the PvP server, but I still think it would be cool to have some consensual PvE open world areas on PvP open world areas on PvE servers, because naturally people like PvP, but the PvP server is a little bit hardcore in our game. Let's be honest. But so it would be cool for people that are playing on the PvE servers to be able to experience some PvP. So completely reasonable ask. Let us put PvP and do that. Some sort of dark zones where PvP is enabled but with higher risk rewards. Wicked Storm 88, I think I got you with the thank you for the prime. And Pluto is a dog, thank you for the prime. Okay. Let us see what else. People are able to make an entire inventory. Oh, yeah. Wait, people are able to make an entire inventory of spaghetti and give it out to players. There we go. Systems. Let's just do here. Trade skills. Spaghetti. You need it. Thank you, Fat Matt. Quality of life. Some type of advanced looting system, like round robin and need before greed enforced. Yeah, I think so. A few of us are probably not big fans of like EverQuest Live's advanced looting system. But something kind of simple like what WoW did, even in Classic, is fairly reasonable. So, yeah, I'll put it on the list. Subtle VFX, visible by the caster to track their personal dots/debuffs. Oh, okay. Let's put it on. Man. Here, let's just put it in under general abilities. Being able to twist as a bard without getting carpal tunnel. I mean, does Melody fall under that? No carpal tunnel, please. We'll put that. With scaling for heals. Reasonable. So there, done. Druid tree form would make my dreams come true. There is a tree form. In fact, there's actually a cactus form as well. And expect to see more plants forms for druids. It's just fun. It's really here. Let's just pop it off. You know, cast tree form. Boom. We're actually I just realized my invis was already off, but hey, there it is. And then here, let's try this cactus form. Does cactus form work? It's been a while. Perfect. We're in there. It's a little too shiny. Kind of a too shiny moment. Second here. All right, let's see. So we got that. A bit more scaling of spells would be nice. Level and skill of them should be a factor. Okay, fair. Skill comes into play as well for scaling. Maybe level scaling heals too. Yep. Added rock climbing to spelunking discoveries. Okay. Rock climbing to spelunking discoveries. There you have it. Please lower the length of the time the sandstorm goes on for. Maybe make it intermittent rather than one long storm. It's crippling when it lasts the whole night. Sandstorm, length, and intensity, possibly. So sandstorm isn't finalized. We're still working on it. And it should hopefully be, you know, it should be something that occasionally messes with you for sure, but it shouldn't be so messing with you so hard that it makes you want to like quit the game, right? It can be very, very annoying for a very long time, and I do realize that. Hello, Dreaming Escape 86. All right, let me check out the dashboard real quick. SDZKLFQE. Man, you got a lot of letters, buddy. Thank you for the Prime. The Elder, thank you for the tier 1. DJ Can 949, thank you for the Prime. Rinmar, thank you for the Prime. Hey, thank you all so much for being here and all the follows and subs. I really do appreciate that. And thank you for playing the game. It's amazing to see how far this game has come and this community has come. So it's great. Let's see. Pet scaling to player level, not set levels based on the pet spell. I think we actually have the functionality for this. It's been a matter of pulling the trigger on it from a balance perspective. I think the, if I'm not mistaken, the Paladin's cooldown, defensive cooldown, the one that summons a healer pet, the Ancient Guardian, I believe he uses the, or he or she uses the scaling to player level. So let us just put that there. Oh my god, get an office chair. Gaming chairs are horrible. Totally agreed. This chair is like so old and beat up. Like I've got like duct tape all over the one arm because like one of the armrests just broke. A lot of times I actually do use my wife's desk chair when she's not here. And I should be using it, but whatever. It's fine for right now. But yeah, I am in the market for a new chair. Costco. You know what's up. I'd like to drink my cold brews, you know, in my nice office chair. I love long-form travel in MMOs with the boat. I think players will probably AFK to do IRL things during the long ride. It would be cool if we could pre-designate our stop so it drops AFK players off automatically. Interesting idea. Well, we'll put it on the list. Question for anyone. Anyone know how to make ranger tracking work? Trained it, but didn't get a skill. I don't believe it's fully functional yet. But we were working on it recently, but I think it still needs some love. Spell sets for your spell bar. Yeah, that's a common one. We already got it on the list. More player information. What do stats do? What do skills do? Tooltip on hover. That gives impact of stats / skills. All right, let's put it in there. Upload MIDI files to play custom music for bards, instruments / abilities. We've got that basically, so I'll just add a little note there. Want the elevator to work at the Red Mantle Guard Palace? Is it? Elevator to work. Interesting. Okay, so let's create a... I guess that's gameplay. Let's create a, like... environment. Red mantle. Here, let's just... Man, you guys... Derp Alert 5040! Thank you for the tier 1. Appreciate that a lot. And Carduar, thank you for the prime. Good to see you, Derp Alert. And Rinmarth, I think I got you, yeah, with the prime. Thank you. Man, I was thinking about disabling the follow alert before the stream today, and then I caught a snag with it, and I was like, wait, did I do this right? And then I just didn't do it. Maybe I should consider that for the future. But, man, thank you again for the follows regardless. I appreciate it, guys. It's warming to just hear this constant feedback loop of, like sound effects. It's like a mobile game almost, you know? Like, I mean, my dopamine receptors are going wild, so appreciate that a lot. Let's see. Also need Bind Wound skill to actually increase Bind Wound healing. It should, but I'll add it to the list just in case. There might be a bug in play. I'll put that under general abilities. It seems reasonable. Spellblade should wear chain. Okay. Well, Rangers already wear chain, and I think having a hybrid DPS that wears leather is cool. Though, maybe... I've heard a lot of clamoring for bards wearing chain. Maybe that's just from a few loud individuals, but I think it's reasonable, right? Should wear chain. We'll put it on there, but I don't know. I really like that leather. Jinja Jiang, thank you for the prime. Appreciate that. I'd like to see experience per kill and trolls in game. I'm not gonna put trolls on there because that's just a given. Like that trolls are coming no matter what happens. Like yeah. All right, so we'll put experience per kill. How about that? And that's kind of one of those like mystery things that we might not mess with. We could also add experience percentage when hovering bar, because I could imagine someone would request that. I think EverQuest did this at some point. I think like EverQuest Live has this now or something. So we'll just put it on like the wish list. Anyways, how about special skills, etc. for followers of certain faith based on player recruiting into that faith? Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah. So one thing we don't talk a lot about is the religion system. So let's add yet another subcategory, but religion. Let us do. Oh, okay. There we go. Give Inquisitor CNViz, please. I did that last night, actually. Because was it you, Firos, who suggested that? But Inquisitors on Dev now have CNViz. And I also added CNViz. It was missing from the Ranger spell merchants, but they now have it on their spell vendors on Dev. So, fixed pending next update. Let us see what else is going on here. Let me refresh this real quick. Okay. Would like to see varied starting stats for races. So that's coming. It was kind of like a bucket list item for beta. Originally it was alpha. Then we're like, oh, we got some other priorities at hand here. But yeah, hopefully, this is going to be a beta thing, right? And it has to be in by early access. Bar games we can play while chilling at the taverns, hanging out with people. Oh, 100%. If I don't get wizard poker, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life. Like, I need wizard poker. Like, all right, let's just throw that in for systems. Will the monk skills play more like later EverQuest, where they will all have a use? I see it already. but will there be some evolution to skills to spice it up? Expect that for like all the classes. Like we're just getting, you know, I'm just getting started with the classes. Like I really want classes to feel good, and there to be uses for different abilities and whatnot. So let me add that to the list. So it's kind of a question, but it's kind of also feedback. So there we go. Which one? UI elements able to move off screen. Some edges are blocked, limiting where I hide them. Got it. I think we have this on here. Maybe not. Oh wait, yeah. I'll just add that there. UI, HUD editor of some sort. Allow me to see what elements I can move and adjust them. It sucks trying to grab my cast bar to align it. Yeah. And that's been a kind of a requested thing. We'll put that on there. Thank you. Wishlist idea. Restorative Smite heals target of target. Ooh. Interesting. Generates bonus aggro if it doesn't heal the Paladin itself. Very cool idea. Let's get it on there. Gnome-only dungeons. Dungeons so small only gnomes can fit. There you go. Let's put that in environments. Hey Nick, I trained tracking in game but can't find a button to use it. I wonder if it's actually like supposed to be working, but we forgot to set something up with it. I'm not 100% sure on that. Zillith would know if he's around. But yeah. Spell sets for your spell bar. We've already got that one. Pet move speed to keep up with the owner instead of 50 feet behind when on the move. Agreed. 100% agreed. I noticed that while I was playing my Necromancer, who is now a cactus. But let's see. Optimizations on loading screens. Got that one. Missing plate as a bard. Missing plate for chain. Uh-oh. Did my client crash? What just happened? Where'd my guy go? Hey, what the heck? That was odd. There goes the music. Cooldown timer / swap on the hotbar, not just the ability bar, would be neat. Oh, yes, definitely. Let's get that on there. Done. Gambling? Let's do it. Gotta have gambling. You gotta have like gambling, death rolls, you know, the whole 9 yards. I would love a Darkness Falls DAOC like dungeon where you can collect currency inside it that can be used for unique gear inside. Would be massive fun on PvP servers. Agreed. Darkness Falls, I have fond memories with Darkness Falls. I had an idea like for another game that I like a while back when I was just a daydreamer, and it included a Darkness Falls style dungeon. So I definitely like the Darkness Falls kind of angle on things. We'll throw that under PvP. Let me get. It feels weird not having like the background music. So let's get that. Let's get that back. That was a weird crash. I don't know if it's because I am streaming and have 3 clients open or something, but you know, I feel like setting up my character in Fallen Pass, because that song for Fallen Pass is such a jam. Let's get that going. Yeah, that was the only thing that made Wizard feel bad at endgame and EQ was you never got any upgrades to damage. Your spells were it. I like the scaling idea. I also like the idea of having rare spells for Wizard like Torpor that work in that manner too. Okay. Let's throw it on the list. I should hold on a second. Okay. There it is. Let's put wizard here. It wasn't just you that crashed. My friend Anchovies crashed right when you did. Weird. All right. Dude, how about the music in this game, man? Robert is so good. Like, I'm already nostalgic for the music in our game. It's so good, man. Okay. Let's back to the list. Let's, hold on a second. Oh, I shouldn't, should I? Nah, I'll do this. All right. All right. Archers need a melee ability to force the switch to melee. Let's do it. Done. Bizarre style area? Okay. I think you mean bizarre, like this style area. Good. No grubby dwarfs. Only goblin bards. Yeah. Bye. All right, let's see what else we got here. Let me... Oh, 420. 420. Thank you for the tier 1. Appreciate that. Oh, Interworld. Thank you for the 60 biddies. Add right-click tell, like who on other player targets player frame, please. Okay, we'll add that on. Thank you for the 60 biddies on that one. I hope the last person who sent some bits didn't actually... Oh, yes. Hadwin, you sent a message with your bits. I apologize for missing that. Oh, wow. Static Group Live rated with 7 viewers 33 minutes ago. It sounds exactly like everything else, so I apologize if you're still in the channel. Thank you again, Static Group Live. So let me put this under systems. And sorry again for missing that, Hadwin. All right, let me scroll back up. Shaded Bones, thank you for the prime. Appreciate that. And thank you for the follows, everybody. Let's see, how far am I up? Oh, I'm not that far up. What does Exposed Spirit debuff do? Cannot figure it out. So, a little expose of my own. That is the debuff that you put on a mob with Life Drain line of abilities. Which is originally for like a low-level, I believe, Necromancer quest, maybe Necromancer and Shadow Knight quest, and it lets you to get an item for that quest. So it's a conditional-based debuff that essentially does nothing, but it helps you get that item from the loot table you can't otherwise get. Excuse me. We need way more ogre rights. Way more ogre rights. I mean, okay, there we go. There it is, ogre rights. PvP server has a marijuana dispensary. You know what? You guys are pretty silly, but. What about giving Beastmaster a Paragon proc, mini mana plus health gain on a melee ability similar to Monk's heal proc line that would give Beastmaster some unique identity among the DPS? Let's throw it in there. All right. Gnome SCK? SK? Oh. Okay. Let's do it. Shadow Knight. Gnomes. Battle Cleric. Okay. When will the goblin favoritism end? I don't think... I mean, is it... There's goblin favoritism, and then there's goblin, you know, haterism, right? Like... Direction indicator for party members. So that was like an idea I had for rangers, specifically. We'll put it in the list, but that may just be a ranger functionality, Suggles. Can rangers get some unique spells that are not just lower level druid spells? Yeah, so I've started with that. Obviously, I showed this on the stream. Thank you, Misty. Let's see. I'll show this again in case anyone missed it. The most important ranger spell created to date. Scroll, Death's Demise. Invoke your innate ability to resist corruption, completely absorbing a single death touch and harnessing its power to increase all damage dealt by 100% for 15 seconds. Can you imagine between this and True Strike? Can you imagine the power that the Ranger holds in their cooldown window? It's gonna be off the chain. Like, it's gonna be wild. Yeah. Anyways, there's that. But yeah. But I will add that to the list regardless, Streaming Escape, because they do need more work. They do. A lot of classes do. But I'm committed to making them good for you. Paladin, Slam and Restorative Smite. Sharing a cooldown feels bad. At level 11, I have 1 attack realistically. Then I wait 10 seconds, plus my auto attacks hit harder. Repost. All good. Thank you. Thank you for reposting. I do miss some things. And yeah, that's definitely gonna happen. Like that Paladin is gonna get more combat abilities. Like, Fighter has Rend and Frenzy and Shield Slam and stuff. Like, there's gonna be a variety of stuff for hopefully all the melee DPS classes, right? Which one? Caster mobs need to not nearly be impossible compared to their melee companions. Yeah, they are a little bit crazy. You should see like the spell lists I've put into the game. Basically, every class has an NPC ability list for every tier. And these ability lists get huge. If you ever charm a caster NPC and see how much they have, it's like nuts. And like Necromancers and Shadow Knight NPCs go hard. Like, they have fear. I think they were like fearing people off cliffs and doing all this crazy stuff. We actually had to make a weak Necromancer ability list just because certain areas it was just like, huh? Like, this is just too, they're going way too hard. So anyways, let me put so gameplay. Let me just put this under like gameplay, like this. Well, I guess I can do like NPCs. We'll do that. Wishlist alpha key. Just a reminder, if you are just tuning in, make sure you stick to the end of the stream. I will be giving away 5 alpha keys. You will be able to play the game as soon as this test is over. And we bring the server back up, which is usually happens same day. So next, this coming Monday, you're going to be able to, 5 of you, 5 lucky individuals will be able to, play. And if you're already in the alpha, please don't do it unless you like want to get it for a friend or something, and then we could work something out. But anyways, is there a plan for more abilities beyond level 15 for fighters, or just damage scaling? I'd love for fighter to have a short 30-second burst of damage or haste. Yeah, definitely. I don't think they're gonna have as many abilities as casters do. Whoops. However, they're gonna have more abilities, and I may even do a thing where like we tier strike and rend and stuff like that. I don't know. Does that feel bad or good? Like, do you want to have rend 10 and stuff? Like, I don't know. Like, some of you I'm sure want that, some of you don't. But yeah, definitely more abilities that you can swap in, and more like different things. So reasonable ask. Being able to see your own pet's buffs. Let's throw that in. A lowered camera perspective when you sit down can be optional, as other games have done. Interesting one. Okay. Camera. I guess, whatever. It's gonna be a small section. Maybe. Shaded Bones, thank you for the Prime. Psalmist, thank you for the Prime. And Whittly Scuds, thank you for the Prime. Appreciate that, guys. Let us see. Man, I'm actually way higher up than I thought I was. Okay. The ability bar shows cooldown, but not the hotkeys. The ability bar shows the hotkeys, and the hotbar shows the hotkeys, right? Does it not? What do you mean on that one, Flexler? Oh, the hotkeys. The hotbar doesn't show the cooldown. I get it. Did I add that to the list? I think I did. Maybe you were responding to somebody in chat or something. I'll emphasize that there. Will the game get a graphics update? So the game is always getting different graphical updates. The art style won't drastically change. However, like within this art style, it will get graphical updates and improvements, definitely. And placeholder things will get replaced. Existing assets will get iterated on and improved. But overall, I mean, it's not going to look drastically different. But yeah. Anyways. Hello, Mr. Cottleshire. Sorry, that message was probably some time ago. Further camera pullout. I mean, it's pretty far for this style of game, but we'll put it in there, right? Further camera pullout. Wishlist. Stop pets from attacking Mez targets. Is that it? Wishlist. For the world building stuff, e.g. crates, etc. A visible exclusion zone when placing items. Okay. Will you eventually die if you go hungry and thirsty too long? Not currently. Is that a suggestion or just a question? Will there be epic-style weapons and long quests like EverQuest? I really like the epics. Yes, definitely. Fallen Past music is so good. Dude, it's so good. Hold on a second. I'm gonna just have to zone out and zone back in. Oh, wait. What? Uh-oh. I'm going too fast, I think. Are there plans to change Beastmaster pets to fill different roles, like bear to tank, dogs get a bleed, snakes get a poison, and so on? Yeah, there's more plans for Beastmaster pets. In fact, I was thinking about making them a multi-pet class where you have like a main pet, but then you have like secondary like / tertiary pets that are like a little bit weaker, but you get to have, you know, like they provide like utility or whatever. Let me add that. I catch myself humming the music even while not playing. Dude, I do that. Like, even my wife does that. Like, you know? She doesn't play, but she's a fan. Will there be battle themes? I hope so. You know what? I was thinking about that. I think, like, having some boss music would be really, really cool for some of the fights. Let me just add it. Oh, if you're talking about like auto attack music, I don't know about that because I'm very nostalgic for some of the auto attack music from EverQuest and Dark Age of Camelot, but I don't know about it for Monsters and Memories. Like, there's something I like about the zone music playing and then the atmospheric music playing after that. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of think we're not going to do it. I believe that's Robert's stance as well. But I think having some special like area music for like a boss fight would be really, really sick. Let me just add that. I ban all MnM music when I can't play. Just makes me sad. Sorry about that, Dead Zergling. Dude, you gotta listen to it anyways, man. It's good. Like, it's so good. Like, man, I love it. Okay. If I want to tell somebody, I should just be able to tell them instead of having to type out the entire command. There should be a tar tell or... there is a target tell. Here, watch. Oh, wait, you can't see. Trust me, I just did it. But you could do /TT. Let me add part of this, right? Because part of it's valid, but part of this is already existing. Aren't you able to do this with a modern chat? Wait. Oh, maybe not. So you want to autocomplete the name, I believe. Autocomplete the name. So we got target tell. We'll remove that part. Anyways, it's a good suggestion. Go to the castle. Music is a banger. Give it up. Dude, the zone exists. It has been being worked on, so it's exciting. It's gonna be a cool, like conclusion to this, like, kind of arc of Zur, the desert region. Like, it's gonna be and I mean, it's not the end of Zur, right? Like, there's gonna be more Zur content down the line, but like this initial, like, you guys have been waiting to get to this place for so long. Like, the payoff needs to be good, right? And I think starting next week, I'm gonna go crazy on the population of the zone. I haven't done a dungeon since, like, I did part of Telekir, and I did, you know, but I did basically Wormsbane, right? So it's gonna be cool to do another dungeon and just get to work on it, work on like some of the itemization and whatnot. So that's coming up pretty darn soon. And yeah, I just can't wait for like the conclusion of that zone, and you guys get to see the whole thing, and yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Do you plan to add a monsters and memories category for YouTube? I believe that's now been added, Slayheem, if I'm not mistaken. I believe we have categories on YouTube and Kick now, in addition to Twitch. But please confirm that for me, if you don't mind. Well, you don't have to do that, actually, but feel free. Somebody can do it. Paladin healing threat bonus. Oh, that's a cool idea. Like, kind of like a Righteous Fury style ability. Let me add that to the list. Let me get the list back up. Okay. Wishlist, camp, desktop. Oh, couldn't agree more. Let's do it. In fact, I'm gonna just message one of our guys right now. Can we get camp server and camp desktop? Dude, our commands guy, like commands and like other miscellaneous things, John Gamble, he just knocks him out, dude. Like, if I see something like that, or like, no, we just need to get something in, I just fire it off to him and it gets done. Like, next business day. Like, he is a phenomenal developer and just really dedicated to the cause. It's awesome. Epic weapons / quests. Yeah, I believe that's already on the list, but I mean, it's a given, right? And it's not just epic weapons, but like epic armor we've talked about, epic spells, so. Group buffs. Yeah, we talked about that as well. It's probably gonna be a spellcrafted or like research kind of trade skill. But we should get those in sooner than later, and that's on me, so I'll get it done. Excuse me. Take no drop single class quest items off the general loot table. Yeah, we could do more of the what I was talking about with the Necromancer earlier. We could do more of the conditional, right? You use your life drain on a skeleton, then you can loot that item, right? But technically, it would still be on the general loot table. So it's tricky, but here, let's just throw it in there. Like, I can't guarantee we'll be able to do something about this, but because we don't want to like have personal loot and stuff like that. But I definitely can see how it could be a little bit spammy and annoying. But maybe there's something we could do there from a design perspective to kind of just reduce some of that bloat, right? Anyways. Can we get the ability to see our character stats / inventory spellbook from the character explore portion of character select? You know what I was looking at the other day was the ability in old school RuneScape. So they have this like add-on for Twitch where you click on a little icon on the stream, and you can actually navigate and look through like a streamer's inventory and stuff like that, and their skills and whatnot. I thought that was so cool. And then I like posted it in our Slack, and then Ollie was like, we already got that for MnM. Like, I've already got that for MnM. Ollie is such a, like, for lack of a better term, like nerd when it comes to just having like all this like crazy like production stuff, because he's involved with like stream production and stuff like that on his side stuff, more of his main stuff, right? So like he is just like a wizard when it comes to that stuff, and he's already got that apparently. So look for some streamer features in the future. But yeah, no, that's what this idea made me think of it. Can we get the okay? So let's put that as part of the UI. I'm gonna take Camp Desktop off because that's already been requested by one of our devs. Give enchanters the ability to copy a target as an illusion type, and a higher one that offers a faction modifier for that race. All right. Enchanter. Wishlist, Dwarven Archer. They can be rangers and fighters, but not archers. Makes sense. Let's put it on there. You're welcome, Inner World. See and Viz should have a limited range, not as dramatically close or faded out as like WoW, but it hard nullifies the rogue's innate ability with a level 4 spell. Yeah. I mean, I guess that's PvP, right? Because See and Viz on regular mobs doesn't see stealth, but in PvP, or for players, it does. So I'll put that under... Well, I put that under Rogue or PvP. I'll put it under PvP. Right under the marijuana dispensary suggestion. Bathhouse in Wood Elf City? Do they keep their modesty a little bit? They wear leaves as underwear. Probably not. It's reasonable. Let's put it in there. Maybe they have like little moon wells that they go into. Well, maybe we shouldn't call them moon wells, but you know what I mean. Archer's auto fire, auto attack does switch automatically if an enemy is in melee range. Yeah, it does. There was a part of that suggestion earlier that maybe they were talking about something else. I don't know. Upgraded campfires, yes, and it's something that I want to badly get in. Upgraded campfires. Put that under systems. Better wood. I actually put in better wood. I don't know if the nodes are populated yet, but there will be wood tiering. That will be for carpentry, for like making better and more extravagant furniture. That could be maybe for making like better campfires or, you know, what have you. But we'll leave that. Well, you know, I like to have my hand in the trade skills, but maybe that could be something that Rift devises or has some input on. But yeah, so we've got better wood. I won't add that to the list. Yeah, we already got that. Wouldn't be a Nick stream if we weren't 30 minutes behind. Yeah, sorry. I'd like to just get my answers in, you know, like, racking up the subs tonight. Hey, I'm trying my best out here, you know, and I appreciate what you guys have done. This is with all the subs and follows and just being here, like 374 of you being here, just hanging out, listening to me talk to my wall. It's really fun. The Pilgrim one, thank you for the Prime. Hey, how's it going, bud? Appreciate that. Maybe I'm biased, but you're my favorite MnM streamer. Oh, there's a lot of good MnM streamers out there, Derp Alert. I'm just one man, you know? Two things. First, what does the bath do, and can leatherworking use more leather than cloth? Does it use too much cloth? What does the bath house do? It gives you a little bit of a buff. You got to figure out what that buff does, but it's not hard to. Let me put that in there. It'd be cool to give enchanters the ability to copy a target. Oh, did I not put that on there? Oh, no, I did do that. Did I scroll up or something? LFG channel, for the love of Krivia, a LFG channel. Have you seen our group finder? Now, don't get scared, guys. Like, it's not what you're thinking with the group finder. But this was a little thing that I wanted to get in, because I feel it's a benign version. You can kind of just see people listing their group. There's no automation here. There's no summoning to the group. There's no auto invite. You have to still send a tell. It's just kind of like a listing of different groups. So yeah. But I will add the LFG channel regardless. Let's do that. Is drag range on mobs currently intentional, being loading screens? Yes. So, we may do like a really long range leash, like a soft leash, and then if you return to the area, it'll still attack you. But I'll actually add that to the list. Gameplay. Possible long-range leash. But yeah, it is meant for you to run to the zone and zone out. That's kind of part of the gameplay. You know, we don't want there to be like super inconsequential like aggroing of mobs and then you kind of just get to run away. Yeah. A quest journal so we don't have to write our own notes. There is one. Well met, how may I help you? And this will probably be going from local text file to server side kind of flagging. It's not like quest flagging in a traditional sense, but it's if you have done this prompt, it will show up here. That is ideally, that was like kind of the design spec for it, but I believe Keith put it in as a local file as like kind of temporary measure, but that comes with its own issues, right? But you know what? We can add something for that. Let's just say quest journal improvement slash correct in quotations design. Casinos with card games and dice games. Fair. This can go with gambling. Yeah, because High Keep in EverQuest was like kind of meant to be like a casino zone, wasn't it? A little bit. They had that casino area. Wouldn't that have been so cool if that worked? Like, dude, we need some like mini games. We need some casinos. We need like, I mean, obviously it's not the top priority. Like, there's so many things that we need to prioritize. But like, if somebody gets passionate, you know, and wants to put something in, like, I'm not going to stop them. But yeah, we're not going to drop everything and like start putting in like gambling and all, you know, like, but at some point we want to be able to do that. And I'm sure we'll be afforded the opportunity to do that at some time. But again, you know, I don't want to mislead you guys and make you think that like, oh, you know, these guys are just working on these mini games and all this useless junk. Like, they're not working on the things that need to be done. And that's not us. We're definitely very concerned about prioritization. So, yeah, don't think that, guys. Wishlist. Wheelbarrow for putting multiple corpses in when doing a corpse retrieval, or some way to drag multiple corpses with one click. Reasonable. That's a fun one, especially with what we've talked about with like wagoneering and pack animals and stuff. That would be really, really cool. Wishlist. SWG style entertainer buffs that bars can give out at inns. Might have added this during a massive ads. Oh, yeah, sorry about the ads, guys. And I'm not really good at telling when the ads are running yet. I need to be better about that. And, you know, I'm just fresh back to streaming. I'll improve my techniques in the future. In future streams, I should say. Let's see. Bard. Boom. And it's something that I've talked about too, like, just, I don't know about on stream, but in general, just thinking that it'd be cool to have something like that. Player Bazaar area, like tunnel or Bazaar zone. I put that on the list, dude in the basement, but thank you. No MSK. Got that on the list. Upgraded campfires on the list. Beastmasters really need more spell def. After level 16, all spell levels just become new pets only. I was actually just doing like a self brainstorm dump the other night about Beastmasters. So expect to see something soon on Beastmasters. but I will add it to the list. Thank you, Matthias. Stands for bars. It toggles between holding an instrument or second melee weapon. Let's see. Rather than having to drag items around. That's an interesting one. Interesting quality of life. Monk. Range skill to make pulling a bit easier. Throw is good, but maybe we can add some monk flavor to their throw. Ogre bards with plates and more damage to solo level. That's a wild one, but hey. Goblins need regen? No. I thought about that. Do they not have it? I think I may have decided that only certain greenskins will be getting that. If you know what I mean. Trolls and maybe any other lizard type folk. Anyways. I'll put it on there, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. Lord camera perspective when sitting down. I think I already have that on here. Yeah, got that. Goblin supremacy. Fair. All right, let's put it. Here, I'll put all the goblin suggestions under just this one point. Wishlist: halfling, dwarf, gnome, shaman, monk, SK. All right, here, let's just make a whole like race class combo. Suggestion: Druid gets long-range mind vision with Beast. See through their eyes for scouting ahead. Oh, mind vision for Beasts only. That could be done right now. Yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. That could be added, like, very quickly. No, I may even just add it to my, like, short list. And my short list is, I mean, it's short enough, but... I need to kind of go back and... I'll add it to this list as well, just in case. Actual hair for male goblins? I don't know that... So Goblin is very opinionated against hair for male goblins. I don't think that's actually happening. I'll just put it under this. Or wait, no, let's put it under art. Tracking for Rangers, OMG. It's already here and or coming. So I won't put it on the list. But yeah. Goblins Rise. I'm just gonna... Where did I put the goblin stuff? Alright, let's just put random goblin things. How's the Ranger kit looking? It needs more. Will bards get tracking? Let's put it on the list. Be a game time decision. How about that? Oh, thank you, Love Trees. Wars that increase faction standing, like in EQ. Okay. Put under like systems. I mean, it's not really. I mean, I guess it is kind of. Isn't that a ranger though? A lesser druid who can melee? Yeah. But I think they need to get some more unique abilities specific to Ranger. Of course, they do have specific abilities unique to them, but they need more. You know, everyone needs more. Why not? Sense heading skill. Okay. Put that under general abilities. Sense heading skill. Can leatherworking use more leather than cloth? Can it? I don't know. Put it on the list. Wait, that's already there. Nope, it doesn't work yet. Are you talking about Destimize? Sorry. Yeah, it's actually just a trick to get Rangers to be the Death Touch candidate, and it just doesn't work. It's just a troll spell. Nick, don't forget to add right-click tell, like who on the player frame. Yeah, I think I've already requested this, but it's not in there yet, so let's put it on the list. Man, how far am I up in the chat? Oh man, still got a ways to go. Please know raid bosses that Death Touch. Kazakh Thule shouts, you will not evade me. Hey, that's summon. You gotta have the all capital letter name. So I'm limiting the use of Death Touch, but it will exist. It's just too classic to not have it. But it won't be like this thing where they're all using it. It'll probably be, you know, few and far between, right? We'll put it on the list. We'll put it on the list though. NPCs. Nick note. Or just don't do a lot of them. Equesternal, yep, got that on there. Rangers also can't get Fire Beetle Eye in Elf Town for level 4 spell. Druids get a no-drop version via starter quest. Okay. Good observations here, Herex. I'll put that on there. We'll put that for like the itemization. Is drag range... Okay, yeah, we talked about that. Do Necros get Darkness Spell from EQ? It was a dot with snare. So there's the Swirling Shadows line is similar. And yes, they do get that. A quest journal, so we don't have to write our own notes. All right, we got that on the list. Weapon ratio on tooltip. Okay. Fair enough. Controller support. We'll just put that under UI. Let enchanters charm above level 52 and give them ability to charm permanently 48 mobs, i.e. at 46, at 60, so it doesn't break charm like a dire charm. Ah, that's a tough one. We'll put it on the list, but if they could charm like level 60 mobs, do you know how gross that would be? But we'll put it on the list. You know, please fix the Enchanter starter quest for losers who opted to be law-abiding citizens, asking for a friend. Okay. Man, I need to like just make this browser bigger. I don't know what I'm doing. Fairs or holiday events would be awesome. Would love to log on and see a big fair in Seabreeze Park. Okay. Better way to see who is communicating with other people in LFG. Changing an equipped item or moving an item in your inventory while stealth triggers a visual bug. Okay. Coming from EQ, EQOA, and Final Fantasy XI, will there be battle music tracks? Wishing for it by EA if there are plans. We put it on the list, undecided, as I said before. Wishlist, more named mobs. Named mobs out in the wild. Yeah, maybe on the lower end, too. I was thinking about that. It's like some of the lower level camps could use more itemization, more named mobs, and whatnot. Man. Yeah, okay. In-game notepad. Where I got that? Oops. Where I got it? And I believe you can actually, I don't know if we've added it to the game, but I think you can make note, like a note item and give it to people, store it places and whatnot. Like you could have a note item in your like display case at your stall in the night market, and you can they can look at like the prices for your items in your display case, I don't know. I don't know that I've actually ever done that, or if it's like fully implemented. Like I believe there's tech functionality for that. Can the break ankle jukes from monster NPCs be narrowed to walking away in one direction? Oh, like a more consistent fleeing path? That's a very reasonable ask. That under NPCs. 500 alpha keys? Oh my god, yay. No, only 5. MnM hype. Hey, how's it going? Just let me play the damn game. I'm just letting you play the damn game. Come on, come in. You're welcome. When's the stream end? LOL, I gotta go to dinner. That's just one of those mysteries. When I get to the bottom of chat, so, I mean, probably hours from now. No, I'm gonna try to... I don't want it to be too long, but we still got a ways to go. How can I make everyone but me and 4 others leave the Twitch stream? That's gonna be a tough one, man. Pet-specific combo skill or skill requirement for Beastmaster / Druid. Definitely one of the ideas I was tossing around for Beastmaster. We'll throw that under... Put it under both of them, right? Probably not going to be a Druid thing. There's some people that don't even like that Druid pets exist. And for rightful reasons, I guess, but... I see Nick. I see you, Purge people. Oh, I didn't forget that Inner World. That should be on there. Sorry that I'm so scrolled up. Giveaway soon? I'm trying to get through this list. So excited for a chance to get in? Yeah, come play. Well, okay, did that. A lot of repeats. Alpha only for a few more days, or is it longer? Alpha, so the open alpha lasts until Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern, but the closed alpha will continue, and it will transition into the closed beta at the end of September. So we'll be adding about probably a few hundred more keys at that point. So if you don't get one of these 5 giveaways and get to play the rest of September, then at the end of September, then there's a much better chance you could get a key. And I may have to set up some kind of giveaway system on the stream so that I can just give away like 10 or 20 at a time, and you know, just have some random luck and chance. This guy named Winter Shaman would love a key if you got an extra. Not saying I'll help hide bodies for one, but not saying that either. Touche. Wishlist, increased buff timer. Lots of my groups last for multiple hours. They spend a lot of time refreshing buffs. I was thinking about increasing buff timers because the zones are bigger than EQ. So I think it might be a reasonable ask, but I was thinking about it. We'll see. Let's put that under general abilities. AoE confusion for Inquisitor. Make a group of mobs fight each other. Sounds powerful. Fighter class ability scaling is fine, Iama. Do fighters have a cleaving strike? No, I've been really stingy with AoE. I don't want the game to become like an AoE fest. That being said, I believe there should be AoE for like quad kiting and certain applications of like unlimited maybe or higher capped PB AoE spells. It's just that I've been kind of stingy with it. I'm going to be adding it to Druid soon too, because one of Ollie's asks was he wants to be able to kill stuff other than like charming. So we're going to get, I'm going to get as soon as possible in some quad kiting spells for Druid. And possibly maybe like another class. I know wizards already have them. I don't know if anyone's been quadding yet, but it'd be nice. I think it's fine to scale it. Makes sense. Okay. Will Rogue / Bard Illusion Masks be a thing? They already are. And you never know what might happen with other illusion masks. I'll send you homemade tortillas for a key? Dude. I'm not going to take you up on that because I'm on a diet, but that sounds so phenomenal. If I was not on a diet, I'd probably take you up on that, Bulwark. Any way to set it up as Twitch drops? I don't even know what you're referring to anymore. I'm so like far up in the chat. Like I'm literally days behind in the chat. I don't know how. Oh, obviously the alpha key giveaways. I don't know that that's how that system is meant to be used. Anyways, we'll work on game for free for a key. Lunar trigger. Give keys to streamers to give out when beta happens. I've actually only offered that to one streamer because I really wanted to see them stream. So sorry, other streamers in here. It's not like a favoritism thing. It was more of like, please stream. We want you back. And I won't mention who it is, but I don't think that needs to be done anymore. But I think it's a great idea, and I think we can get some keys out to various streamers if it makes sense. Like I want to talk with the rest of the team because we've been trying to like. We love the content creators and streamers, but we also love just our, ordinary players, right? Like ordinary fans of the game, and we want to make sure that we're not like giving any kind of like crazy favoritism to streamers and content producers, creators. But we do love what you're doing, so there's a reality in which that may happen. But we're also, I've contacted some guilds. If you have a guild for MnM, please reach out. I've been trying to get some guild alpha and beta keys out there, and I'd like to kind of expand that a little bit. So yeah, it's not just going to be, would-be streamers. It would be guilds as well. And sometimes like a group of like friends will hit me up and, I'll get them some keys. But yeah, if you have a guild, reach out. Especially if your guild is playing in the current like open alpha test, you'll definitely get preferential treatment if you're already playing with us. Yeah, that's my kind of spiel on that. Chat tabs. Any shot for tells or even splitting channels into the same window? Yes, it's on our list, but I'll put it on this list as well. I'd be a very generous helper during open tests if I was a private tester. Hey, you're already a generous helper, I'm sure. You've subbed, so unless you got a gift sub. Oh, by the way, Tarmkin, thank you for the Prime. Appreciate that. How many hours are we in? Only an hour 43. Okay, not bad. Buff timers are fine. Need gear and AAs to extend buff duration. Okay. We'll add that as a counterpoint. I second the increase of buff durations. Make it based on casting skill level. Okay. Let's put that under there. Maybe buffs last longer around campfires. Ooh, that's an interesting idea. This exactly, yeah. You need to set up buy Nick a coffee for the 100 keys. You promise not to tell Sean or Ali. I actually have like, I only drink a coffee for the stream because I know there's going to be like this onslaught of you guys like This is actually just a performance-enhancing drug to essentially allow me to keep up in the chat. But that being said, it's not doing a very good job because I'm not doing a very good job of keeping up with the chat. So, apologies. I guess I just have to drink more? I don't know. Give the fighter a second taunt? I mean, they do have a cooldown-based taunt that's AoE. But do you mean like just like a second taunt, like kind of like a mocking blow type situation? I'll add it to the list. Could we get passive defensive pet macro command? We have that now. That's actually a new feature. Ellie, let's summon that. Passive defensive pet macro command or ability to create a hotkey. So, oh, yeah. So I've already noticed that this is not draggable yet. Let's add that to the list. Passive / defensive is not draggable to hotbar. But yeah, we have that now, as you can see. However, it is not draggable like sit. Oh, this needs to be fixed as well. Is the dragging pet skills needs to not be the placeholder icon look. So put that on there. Let people see the description of what a buff does on the pop-up, similar to how it describes it in the spellbook. Reasonable. More Inquisitor love for sure. Hi again, Derp 5040. I don't know how scrolled up I am in the chat, but thank you, Sean, Heidi. Appreciate that. Eat a banana for energy. It's a lot of potassium, I hear. Please consider adding transmog. Ooh. Gabby Ghoulish. You might not make it out of this chat alive. I'll put it on the list just because, but like the hair for male goblins, I don't think that one's happening. People are like, no, transmog. Did I actually make it to the bottom of the chat? No way. Wait, hold on a second. Let me scroll back up. Maybe I got bounced to the bottom somehow. Yeah, I think I just got messed up here. Yeah, I wouldn't. Forget it. We already talked about the streamer thing. It's fine. You missed the bard song being AoE. Reasonable. I would probably cap it though. Like pulling a whole zone is insane, but I mean they're already doing some degree of swarming already. It's like single target swarming with single target dot. So I'll put it under consideration. Elementalist detonate pet. That's AoE damage based on pet type. Oh my god, AJ. We might have to bring you on the design team. I love that idea. We may actually just have to put that on my short list. That's a good one, dude. Wishlist. Soulbind NPC deep in cities for people traveling between cities. I don't want to spoil anything, but we're gonna just put it on the list. But I mean, that's not really. What am I doing? System. All right. Wishlist. Mask should be on the face slot. Oh, I see what you're saying. So, like, when you have a helmet that's a, like, kind of like turban and then, like, mask combo. I know we have an item like that in the game. The actual mask should be part of... Well, that's a tough one. I'm going to put it on the art list, but I don't know that we're going to be able to do that. How we would want it to be done. Because everyone would just be like masked and it would be kind of weird. I don't know. I'm gonna put it on the list. Like, maybe I'm just like thinking about it in a poor way. Fingers crossed for a key. It would be nice to be able to play more than a week at a time. Good thus far. Yeah, I hear you. I hope you win. I think I got Tarmkin on the Prime, thank you. And Aweb, thank you for the tier 1. Okay. I think I got you guys. But hey, thanks for the follows, guys. Appreciate that. Bookmarks for spellbooks would be awesome. Interesting one. I guess that would be UI. Man, everything, it's like 90% UI and then like... systems is pretty big. Systems and UI. Is Druid no longer root dot at higher levels? I mean, it could be. There might... I mean, it's probably not the most efficient way to play, but it is a way to play unless there's something at play that is causing it to not really work well. Gotta go eat, but thanks for the great stream, Nick. As a pleasure as always. Hey, a pleasure to have you in here, SSA Blue Knight. Have a good meal. Wishlist, yes. No crazy AoE over 4. Eco has become a power-loving crapshoot because of the AoE. Yeah. I never really, like... I always felt that once you get to the kind of, like, crazy AoE stuff in EQ, it kind of, like, took away from the feel of EQ. So, but then again, there are, like... Some of that power fantasy is fun, like, and like setting up an AoE group, I mean, used to be not trivial, but now it's kind of trivialized, right? Because of player knowledge, player skill, performance even. Hell, I think when you did an AoE group back in the day, wasn't it just like your PC couldn't even handle it? It would just like, everything would just like kind of lock up for a few seconds or minutes, dozens of seconds, I don't know. Oh god. You're gonna do this to me, bullets. Where's the thing? I forgot how to do it. Man, I'm bad. Why? Why is this happening? This always happens on a stream. Alright. There we go. Things have been done. Wishlist. Ranger shoot and fix stone arrow crafting. I've already fixed the stone arrow crafting internally. Now the question is, do I make the tiered wood required for the higher tier of arrows? I feel like that might make the arrow situation even worse than it is. But maybe I can make it so that any wood works. I don't know. That's a tough one. Or maybe there's like tiered arrows for like the kind of junk wood, and then like I don't know. That's a tough one. I was getting ready to like set that up, and then I was like, wait a second, this might be awful. But that's a tricky situation. I got to think about that one. Yeah, that's a toughie. I don't know. AoE taunt would be nice. There is a cooldown-based AoE taunt. It's called Distracting Taunt, I believe. Will Wizard get a familiar? I want to say that they will, yeah. I think even a Wizard NPC has a familiar already. Wizard familiars. And it would be reasonable to add. Well, actually, we do need some tech for that. We don't have it so that like NPCs or pets can just like do nothing. They're always going to like attack. So that would require some functionality. Hey, Rugged2389, thank you for the Prime. And X Barky 0, thank you also for the Prime. Let people see. Okay, I think I put that one. Yeah, got that. Trolls should get an innate disease AoE body stench. I mean, regen is kind of their thing, but I mean, oh, well, let's put it on the list. Put under general abilities. DIY puns. Thank you for the Prime. Appreciate that. Opinion on corpse vision for Necro. Let them view surroundings through the eyes of a dead target. So that's kind of like the Druid idea with bind vision or bind sight for like animals, but this is for corpses. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Now that one I think would require a... actually, would it? It might be possible, but I'm thinking it might not be yet. Do I have Necromancer on here yet? I don't think so. That's an interesting one. I'm going to also add that to my short list just because I want to experiment with it. Necromancer, Bind Vision, of course. I also don't want too many classes to get like Bind Vision. Like I could see that. I mean that's reasonable. It's a corpse. I don't know. But let's just put it on there. I think it's completely reasonable-ish. It's within reason. Perhaps show the lower face mask covering on the rawhide cap for more all species. I'll put it on the art. Is there going to be a need/greed looting system eventually? It's been mentioned. It's already on this list. Streaming Escape. Add camp to the commands window. What? Is that not on there? Really? Oh, shoot. Yeah. I'm sending that to one of our devs actually, Encrypt. Yeah, I have a big list of items for him, but anyways, yeah, that's definitely just gonna get added. WeGraph, thank you. That's an oversight for sure. Very hard to quad right now because of how much the mobs slow down when they get low health. You'll get 1 or 2 resist, and then the mobs are all running at way different speeds. Ooh. Okay. Let us add to NPCs. And since Ollie was just talking about wanting to see the quad kiting, we'll have to be like, Ollie, help me out here. We need to fix that so we can get quad kiting working well. Spellblade. Can apply unstable shielding to allies if not at level 4, maybe later in level. They can't currently, but that's what you're suggesting. Yeah. Wishlist. Rogue ability damage plus short term 5-second stealth to combo into a stealth attack. So you're saying like with ambush, but make ambush give you like a short duration stealth? Thanks for all the fish. Wishlist gate spell for the Spellblade. I don't know. Maybe. We'll put it on the list. Is there a way to get into alpha other than giveaway? I'm usually kind of the gatekeeper when it comes to the alpha and beta invites. Some people on the team obviously have like friends and community members and family that they get added, or sometimes Sean will, add somebody. But don't DM Sean, please. Don't,, like, he gets enough as it is, and I don't know. Let us add to NPCs. And since Ollie was just talking about wanting to see the quad kiting, we'll have to be like, Ollie, help me out here. We need to fix that so we can get quad kiting working well. Spellblade. Can apply unstable shielding to allies if not at level 4, maybe later in level. I mean, I'm not saying DM me. I get a lot too, but and if you have like a really, really convincing argument, like I will potentially add you, but it has to tug at my heartstrings a little. Like I'm kind of a sap for that kind of stuff. So, sounds like a favoritism thing. Yeah, no, it's really not. It's really not. Panth probably. Co-Carnage. Incredibly rare global world jobs. Nothing as game-breaking as Box of Abu Kar, but definitely worth bragging about or working for it. These could be useful items / gear or cosmetic entertaining items or cookies. Okay, I'll add it to the list. We wouldn't want it to start feeling like too WoW-like or anything. But, you know. Oh, you guys are talking about who? No, it wasn't any of those people. I'm not going to say who it is. And it really doesn't matter. It's just, again, I was planning on giving those to some other streamers potentially. I don't want to be forced to watch a streamer to get access. Agreed. No, I 100% agree. But technically, aren't you watching? I mean, I'm a dev, but okay, I'm kind of bordering that line right now, right? Am I a streamer? Am I a dev? Also, probably not want to promote the game until it's more finished. Yeah, that's actually something that we actively kind of want to do. Like, word of mouth, that's the best thing you can do for us. But at the same time, like, certain levels of exposure we aren't wanting to hit yet. But then again, it would be pretty cool if somebody like a big streamer, mega streamer, or, like, I think if it's the right mega big exposure, it would be good. But, yeah, I don't know. It's all good either way. Hey, my friends and I just noticed that the Inquisitor's aura of resistance is showing up on charm pets. Do you know if that is causing charm to break more often? And if so, is that intended? Oh, that's an interesting problem. That is an interesting problem indeed. I will add that just to the list, just to kind of figure that out. Different font sizes for different windows, please. Completely reasonable. That's actually one of my things. Hey, Evil Smasher. Can you DM me on Discord? I think we could definitely get some people in. Adjust rogue backstab / ambush to be normalized across weapon types, so Trident isn't the de facto best primary weapon type. Okay. Option for mobs names to show up in the color that they con to you. Maybe it's one of those things where, like, do we want you to use consider? Do we not want you to use consider? Right. So, Vicroll, thank you for the prime, and Skelly Tane, thank you for the prime. Appreciate that, guys. Where would we reach out for a larger guild to get keys? Please reach out to me, Nick, in Discord. You could find me in the dev list at the top of Discord, Niche Worlds Cult. Okay, Azrael. Reach out, like I said. Ranger shoot and fixed stone arrow crafting. Ranger shoot. They have Ranger they have auto fire. They don't need shoot. Unless I'm misunderstanding you. Fixed stone arrow crafting. It's been done. Fighter's Relic Cry buffs allies? Does it not? It should. Let me add that to my shortlist too, just in case it's like a bug. Add a rain catcher made by a trade skill to get water while grinding when it's raining out. Ooh. That is a really cool idea. Thank you. Thank you for that one, Jen Eric. Make a mobile campfire version because those dungeons scream to be crawled, and mostly we don't do it because we want the experience buff from the campfire. Kind of like a torch kind of campfire, I guess. You know, I was thinking about that the other day, but then I was also thinking about how long-term rested buff is going to be possible to get, and that may solve the issue. But I'll add it to the list. I was literally just thinking about that yesterday. But yeah, like getting like the 2 to 4 hour version of rested, that's going to be great for crawling. Or if you're like outdoors and you're like kiting or a lot. When I was, is Green a GM? Yes. So when I was like actually high level, compared to people, I was like over here and I was like kiting and I had like a campfire here. I had a campfire like here. Like I had like a whole row of campfires. It was crazy. Yeah, so I know what you're saying, but it's gonna give you more incentive to want to use the long-term rested from like housing and inns and whatnot, because then you could come out here and you don't need a campfire unless you want to use it for like cooking or just light and kind of ambiance, right? Or if you die and you need to use it and you don't want to go back to town yet, and spend the time to accumulate that rested, because that rested is going to take longer to accumulate than the campfire rested, because you're actually going to have to like sleep technically. Yeah. Wait, what's that pet doing up there? Hello? Just chilling? Okay. This message was sponsored by Kirkland. You know where to contact me, Costco. You should get Streamer Bot, and you could queue suggestions, pop them off one by one. Maybe. What makes a game ready for early access in your opinion? Ooh. I would say mostly systems complete. I would say a solid chunk of content, a solid chunk of like gameplay abilities and whatnot. Like for our game specifically, we wanted to have like a full 1 to 60 vertical leveling experience, you know, fully fleshed out starting areas. Not all the starting areas, but the ones that do exist, very fleshed out in terms of quests, itemizations, population, and what have you, right? All classes feeling fleshed out to a certain extent. And then, yeah, just like most of the major features and systems. So when it comes to MMOs, like content and art is going to be like a lot of the heavy lifting, right? It's going to be a lot of the like take a while kind of thing, right? Like, so, and I think having a solid content chunk, obviously to get that 1 to 60 is going to be important, but there should be a little bit of variety too. It can't just, I mean, it could be just the desert, but it's going to be more than that. Obviously, we're including, speaking of, let's go get a little change of scenery. I don't know if you guys have checked out the Elf City yet. If you haven't already, try and roll an alt here and see how it's feeling for you. Provide some feedback on the Discord forums. It'd be great to see some of that, but the reception's been pretty good from what I've seen. The guys have been hard at work building out this zone, and it's it's a vibe in here, man. Like I was saying the other day, like, love this place, dude. The water, I'm the resident water quality assurance guy. May need to be a little bit more reflective, but it's cool that it's kind of clear, right? Like, I don't know. Maybe we can make the clear water look even better. Like, planar reflections or something. Like, make that, like, go hard or something. But yeah. It's a cool place, for sure. Oh, that sound effect was good. Oh, I don't like that corpse sliding. That's been a bug that we've seen in the past. Dude, hold on a second. That sounds so good. Robert. Chef's kiss. All right. Oh, here, let me do this. Dude, is there a variable sound effect? Sorry, I'm just killing all the shrooms, guys. Oh, it's so good. Love it. Okay. Man, one day I'll get to the bottom of chat. Oh, I did go back like 20 minutes. Maybe I should work my way up from the bottom. I don't know, man. This is very challenging. All right, let me try to go somewhere. Last time you told us to do sob stories, how did that go? I didn't actually get a lot of sob stories, to be honest with you. A consistent process for the keys is needed, not just random. Well, random is consistent, but me just randomly picking people, I mean, that's not... I mean, it is kind of random. Like, I don't know. Like, anyways, I should do that giveaway soon. Maybe I should do that giveaway now, but then a bunch of you are going to leave and I'll be sad. Target rings up on your target. Probably not going to happen. Yeah, definitely not going to happen. Kazio 100, thank you for the prime. Void Song 85, that breaks my heart. What happens when, you know, I'm just a washed up ex-dev someday? You won't watch me? I'm sad now. Game is extremely playable right now. Thank you, Spinal Dash. Get Asmon. Asmon would hate this game, I'm pretty sure. But I think he would get it. But it wouldn't be the game for him. Josh Strife. Zelik, SGL, thank you for the 5 community gifties, buddy. Appreciate you. Not a game suggestions has changed, but I sent you a compelling argument at the end of the last test in Discord DMs, but you still haven't read it yet. If you can read it before September 19th, that would be great. It's tied into the story. My name on Discord is Tane. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Send me your emails and Discords. We'll get you in. I think I did read, or I may have glanced at it, but yeah. We'll get you in. We'll get you guys in. Remove bald as a hair option for females. This should never be a thing anywhere. Put it on the list. But I don't know. That, I don't know. I mean, it kind of makes sense, but kind of doesn't too. So put it on the list at least. I got ad block. Did he get to the rogue backstab wish list? I think so, Cryptini. Stream still going nice? Yeah. Still trying to get to the bottom here. Yeah, it is confusing, XV. I agree with you on that. Let me... I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to resolve that, but we'll put it on the list. Fire pet campfire buff? Well, fire elementals burn hotter, right? Like, maybe it would cause, like, I don't know. I'm trying to, like, rationalize why we shouldn't do that, but maybe we should just do it. Maybe you have to, like, change forms. You turn into a little campfire. Shouldn't the pet still be able to directly directly commanded to attack while in passive mode? They should be able to. I don't know if we fix that in time for the test, but you will be able to do that. We're not finished with that feature yet. We're still iterating on the functionality and whatnot. Shoots your target with a bow. Yeah. Other classes have it, but not Ranger. Exactly. Have we discussed astronomy / cosmology? We've got this cosmology. I don't know. Cosmology. We've got this gorgeous night sky, and it would be good to have a trace skill that tunes into that. Yeah, it's been one of our planned things for a long time. Actually, we have like a high-level design for it. We do have a high-level design for it. I think Sean made that. It's been in Confluence for a few years. So it's just something we need to get to. But when I was doing some trade skill stuff recently, I was perusing Confluence and I came across that. So it'd be good to get that in sooner than later. Bard speed song working indoors would make Bard a whole lot more useful than they currently are. Sounds like a good reason to not do that, but we'll put it on the list. But I don't know that it's kind of more of like a gameplay guided decision than like a immersion guided decision. Caravan system for a group of friends that want to stay the same level, basically allowing people to link their experience to bars when they're offline. Don't know that we'll do it, but it seems like a cool idea. And I've heard it proposed for like other games and stuff. How long does it take to get rested at a campfire? 2 minutes. Throbby_R. Thank you for the tier 1. What faction is a threatening figure on? Almost assassinated my hardcore beast in town. Threatening. Wait, so hold on. Let me just confirm what it does. Aggro on. So. Gardnalen views you as a threat. Would you like to die? Yeah. So views you as a threat means it's a non-KOS target that you have. Let me aggro off. Oops, aggro off. Non-KOS target that you have aggroed and is now KOS to you because they're attacking you. Well, yeah. But it is not its own faction level. It's just a notification that you attacked it and it views you as a threat because you've literally attacked it, or Use con on yourself to see if you're well rested. That's right. You can con yourself. You think very highly of yourself. Fighting oneself is not advisable. You feel tired. So this is your rested status. And also, I don't know if you guys seen this. Sense magic. So let me give myself like fortitude. Wait, what? Can I not see it on myself? It has to be another target? I mean, that kind of makes sense. Oh, okay. So, see how it says buffs here for Garden Aelin? If he had any buffs, they would be displayed here when I have Sense Magic. So if you're new to the game and you didn't know about that, that exists. And that was kind of meant as like a placeholder slash like, this certainly would fit our game while we figure out what we're going to do with buff and debuff icons. So there's that. So let's go back to systems. Did I get that? Yeah, I got the caravan. What does the bathhouse buff do? Makes you squeaky clean. But no, like, what do you think a bathhouse buff would do? If you got clean, what would it do to you in game? What would it do? Harvesting bag that can hold 2 or more different material types. Mining, lumberjacking, etc. Well, I mean, there are multiple material types within one's, like, kind of, like, mining has ore and stone, and lumberjacking has wood and resin. So, I mean, that already kind of exists. I mean, if you're just doing multiple crafting types, I'll add it to the list, but I think it is getting into, like, this is just going to be all crafting material territory. This is technically, like, itemization. When you guys say Q1 of 2026, do you have a certain month in mind? January is our target, but we reserve the right to wait till the end of Q1. Should be the end of March. But then again, we have said January in the past, and we're trying to hit January. If it doesn't happen, then it should most certainly happen by end of Q1. Elf City is so well done, dude. Very impressed. Yeah, the guys killed it here. And it's been a fun zone to, like, just see get developed and whatnot. And so I did like I did some of the mob population. I did this, if you're familiar with this cave, I did the population in there. But then Sean also aided in the population front, like some of that work stuff. I just generally, whenever we get a zone in, I like to get some base roamers in. So like, I believe it was Chinny and Goblin and obviously Rift collaborating to get the herb stuff in, and Bilth is the one who built the zone. And Goblin also worked on, like, sprucing up the environment, like textures and stuff, and it's just been a nice collaboration of different people. First, got the lifts working for us. Gotta love the little bell on the lift. The rain acts a little bit funky in here. It's because there's, like, blockers, right? I'd like to get it to be a little bit more consistent and whatnot, but it's still cool to see the rain in here. And I really love the, like, ruins that we have here in here. This is the wasp infested ruins. But yeah, I love this zone. It's really cool. And there's more stuff going to be coming into the region and the area in terms of, like, dungeons and what have you. Fire camps last longer depending on wood type. Higher level wood for more dangerous zones have longer durations. Cool. Let's add it. Makes sense. Damage ratio on slower weapons seems not good compared to daggers and short swords. Is there a damage bonus system going into two-handers beyond just damage ratio? Bronze dagger is nearly the same damage ratio as greatsword of Dragon Crusader. So Something that we can look into for balance. Yeah, there is damage cap at play. Can we fix the lift in Keeper's Bite, please? Yeah. I'm going to send that directly to first. But we can also add it to the list. Do I have a category for this? Oh, environments. What am I saying? Oh, heck, yes. Endor, let's go. Yep. You know? Actually, no, let's not say that. We don't want to get any, you know. If I get a key, I will gladly make an alt in Wood Elf Town and give feedback. Dreaming Escape. You're... I see what you're trying to do here. Water looks great. Well done. Yeah, no, it does. It's... Clear water is a different vibe, but it's a good one. Debuffs up from buffs as a UI element. Well, buff stacking is kind of part of the whole thing. So I could put it on the list, but I don't know that it would make sense. Thanks, Jinxed. Tinkering goggles and improved vision during sandstorms. Oh, that's a cool idea. Let me get that in there. Man, this giveaway is never going to happen if I can't get through this list. I went in, saw someone bathing on, got nervous, and left. Nice. Yeah, Brom, I covered that. We're. Oh wait, hold on. We're updating the graphics all the time. Are you guys deleting the current characters? Oh, not deleting, but you won't have access to them when the game goes into early access. You may regain access to some of these characters in the distant future, but I mean, don't hold your breath on it. Just assume that going into early access, like, you'll only ever have characters you make from that point on. Yeah, baby, Hype Train January would be Kino. Also bring back Hots. I saw that Hots just got a PTR patch. Where could one DM you? You can find me in the MnM Discord. Nick is my name at the top. The Planetside avatar, soldier avatar guy. When pulling and fighting multiple mobs, is it intended for the first mob to run away even when there are other mobs still alive? In EQ, only the last surviving mob would run. No issues, just asking for knowledge. I thought it worked that way. If it doesn't work that way, it might be a bug or something else at play. Where am I at? NPCs. I use Sense Magic on my Wiz to make sure I have 5 stacks of Seal of Magic on the mob so I know when to nuke for max damage. Nice. Oh, that's interesting. And that's the kind of thing that I would like to provide some UI elements for, like an aura indicator to let you know, like, I have 5 stacks of Seal Mark of Magic on your target. I think that's reasonable. But yeah, Sense Magic is kind of there for the interim of until we get that in. And it also just makes sense for like an old school style game, right? Will there be character wipes when early access launches? Yeah, I just covered that. I know Sean has said you guys don't want a bunch of beast race, but what about something more unique like fish people or something? Anything for us folks who don't like playing humans would be great. You know, I've thought about the Ratmen being something, but yeah, I'll add it to the list. But yeah, like some people are all like already like against goblins being a race. Elven City is beautiful. Would help to have an elevator from dock to city. Man, I don't know what my chat does. I need to get like a chat add-on or something. I think I need to use IRC because the Twitch like pop-out browser thing with Google Chrome that I'm using, like, I don't know what it does with my like the bar. It just like bumps me up, bumps me down randomly. It's really, really annoying and frustrating. Part of the reason why I like keep not being able to get to the bottom of the list. Can of Raid would be wild experience in that Wasp run. Dude, that would be. Holy. Spellblade threat is very high with its procs. Would be nice to see an option in their kit to generate less threat or reduce it. Also would like infusions to swap between in combat or situationally. Lure procs, high damage, low reliability, AoE, chain, lightning, etc. Oh, I like a lot of those ideas, Dula. I'm gonna throw that in there. And I'm also gonna throw that on my short list because that's something I feel like I can act on pretty soon, at least with part of it, like the threat dump. Cool. I think this game will be down on the list of games with incredible timeless art style that will stand the test of time. Really gorgeous stuff. Was wandering around and really amazed by the incredible salt-like environment. Yeah, agreed. Suggestion, archer tracking? I'll put it on the list, but I think that's more of a ranger, druid, possibly bard type dealie. But maybe there's something we can do there. Add break in progress. All right, I noticed it, guys. I noticed that ads are running. So I'm gonna take this opportunity to go see what's up in the game for a minute or two. Angry Pancake 11, thank you for the tier 1. Okay. Oh, okay, okay. Interesting. Man. I guess you guys don't want any more Quakes because Bone Construct is alive on both Rel and Krivia. I mean, I know it's a level-locked encounter and all, but there should be enough of you to take this thing out. Like, I feel like we need some pickup raids for this guy. What level is the encounter? So Bone Construct is locked to level... the max that you can be is level 20. And then after 20, you get... Currently, you get Death Touched. That's a workaround for a... it's supposed to be a banish, but people are just, like, nuking the boss at high level. And just, like, one-shotting almost, or... I don't know. Something weird is happening with it. Oh, Sky Seer's up too and everything? Man, I'm giving you guys all the spoilers. Like, got a Sky Seer here and just sitting up. How can that be, guys? You guys got to get it together here. Double Sky Seer up on Rel and Krivia. Come on, guys. You're never going to see another earthquake unless you get some of these targets down, you know? Okay, I think the ad break should be over. What are the planned raid sizes? So they're unlimited. There's no, like, however many people can be in a zone without crashing it. The intended thing for raids is there to be a variety of different content, level ranges. So not everything is going to be like level locked. And I know that some of the feedback is that level locking can feel bad or artificial or whatever. It's something that I definitely want to try out because, like, obviously Nogvin and Vox had it, and that created kind of a cool dynamic. You got to have your Vox or Nogvin character or whatever, and it's cool to like have low-level raids, not like a ton of them, right? Like just some one-off encounters here and there. A vast majority of the content will not be level locked. And what's it called? But yeah, the intention is that there are multiple encounters, different levels, different kind of difficulty tiers, and different suggested like raid size or group size or what have you for them. So like I would say these encounters are probably tuned for like one like really good group. I kind of buffed them up, so they're probably more like a 2 group thing now. I think comfortably 3 groups. You don't have to be super organized if you take 3 groups, but if you take 2 groups, you got to be pretty solid. And if you try to 1 group it, you probably got to be like twinked plus really solid. So yeah, it's not about capping the sizes and then having different caps, other than the level thing. It's more about designing an encounter around a certain amount of people, and then if you want to zerg it, fine, so be it. But it's kind of an opportunity cost to take 50 people to Bone Construct when you could be taking 18 people or 12 people and then spreading out, right? And hitting other targets in the world. So, yeah. And the goal is that, you know, smaller guilds and like farm crews or whatever, very much I would like for this to be a really fun farm crew game for you and your buddies, even if it's more than 1 group. You know, you could take your 2 or 3 groups and go do stuff in the world. Like, that feels good to me. If everything was just like 50 to 100 people, it would just... obviously, we're not targeting for that kind of game. There will be encounters that are, you know, easily 50 to 100 people, but it's going to be a few and far between thing, right? And I mean, that's kind of the case with EverQuest too, right? You have your avatars of the war and you've got your Tunars and stuff, but you also have got your Vindies, you've got your Tranixes, you've got, you know, whatever, right? DT instead of banish is amusing. Yeah. Man, I'm going to just keep yapping until the next ad break, and then I'm going to have to just mess around some more. Is there a GM online that can help me? I lost a quest item that the quest giver gave me many months ago. Buckmar will not give me another list. Can you put in a petition? So type /petition and then select, well, not GM issue. I think select something. And then I think broken item, broken quest, something like that. It might just be GM issue. Or no, I don't know. I really need to mess with this more. I only answer petitions. I don't write petitions. So. How are expeditions going to work? So I've talked about this before. Expeditions, we're still ironing out some of the details, but essentially you will charter a boat or you'll have your own boat, and it'll probably start with chartering the boat. You'll charter the boat, you'll get supplies for the boat. There'll be some kind of cost associated with it, whether it be like getting X amount of supplies, or maybe there's some actual cost to it as well, like coin. But you'll charter out a boat, you'll head out on the open seas, and you will be able to go to an expedition area, whether it be an island or some kind of other thing. It doesn't always have to be a boat per se. It could, there could be other types of expeditions. Yeah, you'll be out there. You won't be able to easily return home. There will be items that you can get there that you can't gate with. So, like, think about Valheim, for instance. Like, there's certain items that are flagged in Valheim that you can't, like, teleport with, right? So there'll be items that are flagged for no gate, no teleport type dealy. Like, maybe you go to an island, you get dark iron, and you need to bring that back on your ship. Expeditions will also be very, like, high-end, typically high-end content. I'm not ruling out, like, lower to mid-end stuff, but it'll be encounter-based, and it'll be very group and raid-focused. And expedition zones are essentially like your raid zones. Like, think of your Vishan's Peaks of the world, your Temple of Vishans, right? But it's going to actually be a commitment to get to. You won't be able to do it like every single week per se. It'll be something that you kind of build up towards, and then it'll be like almost feeling like an event when you do go do that. In terms of raid content, if you want to call it that, I mean, that's really what it is, right? In terms of raid content that you can just do like weekly or, during the week, there will be targets of opportunity in the world, like your big bad at the end of a dungeon, like your Nogafin, your Vox. We kind of already seen that with like Bone Construct, with Skyseer, and what have you, right? So you'll have your like Trakanons of the world. You'll have big bad at the end of the dungeon, and then you'll have like kind of your open world roaming targets. So you'll have like outdoor world dragons and stuff like that. This is separate from expeditions. So that's kind of the difference between expedition raiding and just raiding, or whatever you want to call it. Again, we're not super focused on raiding, but there will be stuff for people that like to raid. Straight up. And this is kind of evolved. Our stance on this has kind of evolved over time. Originally, we were a no raid game. Now we're kind of we want you to be able to do some of that stuff, right? Because it's just so core to the MMO identity. But we're making sure that we don't make it too much of a raiding game. Like, a lot of good items, a lot of your maybe even BIS items are going to come from group content, quests, named mobs, and stuff like that. So you're not going to have to... as a non-raider, you're going to be able to get stacked, for sure. Now, there's going to probably be some items that you might want from multi-group targets or raid targets, but hopefully it's not going to be overwhelmingly the case, so, right? So, there's that, yeah. I'd love to see neat chase items in game, like an awesome one-hand caster sword for wizard / spellblade only that we can have as a long-term goal, but not necessarily endgame. Single or double group buff stuff, preferably. Hey, put it on the list. Can the game have times in the in-game world that are like an Eclipse or Blood Moon that summon werewolves or mobs to the world? Yeah, so we even have Blood Moon listed as one of the things that we'd like to get in. Originally, it was going to be the PvP version of the Earthquake system, where all the raid targets spawn, but you... Or not raid encounters, boss encounters, I should say, because it's more than just raid encounters. All of them would spawn, but if you engage them, you become PvP flagged. However, I think we're going to move in a different direction with that. We're going to create... Because PvP is kind of like we want it to be super optional, right? And like, if you take away all the PvE content and make it like PvP, Well, maybe it could be like certain targets do this, but I don't know. We'll find a cool thing for Blood Moon, and then in addition to Earthquake and Blood Moon, there will be other events like maybe they'll be triggered by the moon cycle, or maybe they'll be triggered by something else, or be some other thing, right? So yeah, we want to have like cool immersive like events like that are just cool, right? Like the Earthquake is cool. It shakes your screen. It has a cool sound effect. Like you're like, oh shit, what's going on? Sorry, excuse my language. But yeah, we like stuff like that. Dude, these Kirklands go hard, man. They really allow me to do this. See, invisibility on pets allows them to attack invis targets. Is that feedback, or are you responding to somebody? I'll add it to the list just in case, because I don't know if that's something I could test. I'll actually put it on my short list as something to test. I like how Chrome has done PvP zones, places that are PvP copies of zones that are optional, but can give special rewards like bonus XP. Well, the thing about our game is we don't want to do instancing or phasing or pick zones or anything like that. So we can't just clone this zone and like make a PvP version. However, we can make zones that are PvP focused. And while it's not a super priority, it's, I think, something like, the RuneScape Wilderness or the Dark Age of Camelot Frontier zones. Like, that really makes sense for our kind of game, because it allows you to do some consensual PvP in special areas that are in the open world. And it doesn't mess with the PvEers and it like PvE content. And it's not like cloning a place in the world, because we're trying to make a world, right? And like you don't go to your favorite restaurant and you're like, I got my PvP version of the restaurant, right? You're just straight up in the open world version of the restaurant, and like there's no stupid analogy. I'm sorry, but you get what I'm saying. No ganking the news and stealing their ore node in MnM. Dude, go play on the PvP server. You can do that. Unless it's Waffle House. Magdamar, thank you for the prime. Also, iPeaks, thank you for the follow. Oh wait, this was a follow. Oh wait, no, this was a prime. Thank you again, Magdamar. Angry Pancake 11. I think you got you on the tier 1. Thank you. PvP is a deal breaker for myself and my wife. Yeah, no, I agree. Like, it is definitely a deal breaker for a lot of people who prefer PvE style experiences, and we don't want that to make you like. If on the PvE server, it should be a completely optional thing that you don't have to do anything with, and I think that makes a lot of sense. I read weight stones were added, but what profession would create it? I haven't seen the option anywhere. I believe there's a bug with the recipe that prevents it from appearing, so I don't believe they're in this build, but they should be fixed. I will double check that I could craft them on dev. Yeah, after this test, probably. Pray to your god and get a buff. Thank you for the follow, Lady Caviar. ETA and giveaway. Do I have time to take the trash out? Is it time? Let me just scroll the chat a little bit. Make climbing a skill that improves like swimming. Put it on there. I think we got, rock climbing. Could we speed up climbing ladder by 15%? That seems reasonable-ish. The diplomacy introduction note says that the first step is smile, yet there is no smile emote. This is an oversight that should be corrected. Sent it straight to our devs. No need to put it on the list. Thank you, Javasteen. Huge oversight. Can the game have times in the game world that are like an Eclipse or Blood Moon that summon werewolves or mobs to the world? I think I think this is what I went on a spiel about. Almost like Kithakor Forest. Yeah, so we do have some mobs and content in the game that already do kind of like the Kithakor Forest type dealy. Like, there's daytime spawns, nighttime spawns. And then there's also weather-triggered spawns as well. But, yeah, we could use more of it, for sure. So I don't know if I added this to the list. Pretty sure I did. Oh, and I didn't. Systems. Oh, let me get... There. Does Enchanter, Mez / Charming mobs have diminishing returns the more you charm Mez? Nope. But we could put that in as a suggestion. I know it's been suggested. Paladin. Imbue weapon with light. Damage proc plus light emitting from the weapon. Seems cool. Also want to make sure that we don't step on the toes of Spellblade, but I think some other procs are reasonable, right? Because, I mean, there are in the game. Of course, there's, you know, Vampiric Aura, there's, yeah, just various things. Suggestion, since the monk currently has elemental and celestial flavors, I feel like their stances should upgrade eventually to match. Fire to sun, water to moon, wind to void, maybe as high-level quests. Oh, that's a really good idea, Ori. That probably is going to require some tech help, but something like that could be feasible. Can we get black hair color for humans instead of 3 different reds? There's not black hair color? Really? I'm pretty sure there is. Maybe I'm crazy. What about just PvP zones like Warsong? Well, we won't do like instance battlegrounds, and we'll probably not do like structured like that. Too structured. PvP things. Like, it won't be like, hey, first to 3 flag captures in the zone, like wins the zone and then reset. Like, that's too gamey, I think, for what we're doing. But it could be like an open world something. Will there be alternate advancements for classes or ways to set your playstyle apart from others playing the same class? I've talked in the past about soft skill specialization. So think like in EQ, like you had what's it called? You had your caster specializations, like specialized alteration and stuff like that. And while they didn't really go deep with that, it was like what reduced mana costs, less chance to fizzle, stuff like that. I was thinking about having like more like kind of effects on top of that. So like maybe specialized channeling allows you to move a little bit while you're casting, or maybe specialized conjuration allows you to have a second pet, or, you know, kind of ideas like that. None of them are concrete, just kind of ideas that I thought of like 5 years ago, probably now. But you'll also be able to like take it further. Like maybe you want to be a mace spec druid, right? Maybe that'll give you double attack as a druid with maces, and you'll get a little bit higher skill caps or something. Basically, it's so you can. It's not. I mean, obviously there'll be some degree of min-maxing the system, but I think that the kind of fantasy of it is cool, right? Like if you really like hitting things with your druid with a mace, like boom, you got it. Specialized mace, right? Or whatever. Specialized bludgeoning, whatever. I think that would be cool. Let me know what you think. Obviously, like hard talent specs and stuff like that we're trying to avoid, because we don't want, like, we'd rather just have more classes than have each class be 3 classes in one, if that makes sense. And yeah, that's basically how I would view it. But I'll add it to the list just as a thing. Good reminder. Oh, did I send that somewhere else? Oh no, I closed a whisper without reading it. Hopefully, I'll have to go back. Regarding pets and C-Invis, there's an existing report for that. Pets can't be sent to attack Invis mobs. Gotcha. Thank you, John. Also, good to see you, bud. Aren't the zones instances? Last playtest I loaded into zones. Zones are zone-based, but they're not instanced. They're all public. And there's no copies of any zones. Hey Nick, I think there's been some talk about artifact items that routinely or periodically change hands. I thought it might be a cool idea to have those items be cursed and have negative effect on them to offset any large positive effects that they may have. Something like a sword or shield or instrument that steals the life of its owner to grant them more power. This is kind of a old meme item that we put in, but it does have this mysterious effect. Essence cost 3. What could it mean? But yeah, so the artifact system is something that I thought of like many years ago, and I think it's still so a cool idea. It's just a matter of prioritization and getting stuff done. It's probably a post EA launch type deal, but really love the idea. So yeah. And that was always the idea, is to have them be cursed in different ways, right? Like, think the One Ring. And it'll have interesting effects. Like, it maybe not just debuff your character, but it may make you susceptible to PvP. It may make you, like, it's going to have some interesting effects. And, yeah. So, we'll see. And before the non-PvPers are worried about that, it's going to be so rare that you even find it. You're going to want to, like, be PvPable with this item. Like, it's not, yeah, it'll be fine. Don't tell me I want a PvP, Nick. Sorry. If it makes you feel any better, it's going to be so rare that you as an individual get this item that it's like, at that point, does it matter that much? I mean, and it's not going to be like insta, like your PvP flagged. You're going to be able to probably give up that item well in advance of being PvPable. So, yeah, exactly. You would just delete it. It would go, it wouldn't actually, it would delete, even if you did delete it, well, I don't think it'd be deletable, but like, there would be some way to like get rid of it, and it would get back into the, like the loot table somehow or whatever, right? Or however you obtain it. It might not be a specific loot. It might just be somewhere in a world or Mount Doom. Exactly. Yes. Bring it to Mount Doom before you get PvP'd. I hear you, Wicca. Makes sense. Make it flaggable like Faction Wars and Holy Wars. Should be able to send it to someone. And I'm just running around. Let's go to, where else can I go? Can crafted items have their maker on them so people know who made them? Let me put it on the list. I heard it was time for alpha keys. I agree. Any new developments / ideas around play as a monster? Not yet. It's probably going to be one of those post EA launch things, but I was just thinking about that because it's definitely in there with artifacts. Let's do alpha keys so I could go to bed. Okay, keys. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Oh shit! I've got 32 Sorry for the language. I've got 32 notifications on Discord. Oh no! Oh my god! Oh boy. Well, I'm back to not replying to the DMs for a while, guys. Oh my. Okay, let's get those keys done. Who's up for a little trivia? Who's up for a little trivia? Get ready. Get your neurons need to be firing on all cylinders here, guys. Can I win a key if I'm not in the game? Yeah, you got to type in the chat. All right, I'm going to give a minute or two. If you are in the stream and you have not registered for Twitch and you're not able to type in the chat, do that now. So I'll give you... We've got an ad break starting in 10. I'll wait for the ad break to end. I'll give you time to register. So do that now. If you haven't followed the stream, please follow. If you're not in the Discord, please get into Discord. Let me get that link for you guys. Get in there. But yeah. So we'll get the giveaway started. Well, it's not just a giveaway. You need to answer some trivia questions. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a tough one. It's actually, the questions are pretty damn easy. I just thought of them real quick before the stream. If you've been following the stream, one or two of them will be pretty easy. If you've been following the Discord, one of them will be pretty easy. So they're kind of giveaway answers. I'll try to come up with a better system. I think I'm going to do like a random giveaway, like exclamation point giveaway kind of situation. I just got to figure that out. And then I'm lazy sometimes. Yeah, don't worry. Would rather it have been random. All right, how about this? I'm gonna add... I'm gonna add 5 keys. I'm gonna add 5 keys that are random. However, we're gonna do 5 trivia as well. I mean, we're ramping up into beta, you know, adding 10 people is not gonna, it's just gonna be a drop in the bucket, right? It's not a big deal. I like how the viewer count spiked a little bit when I said the giveaways are coming. We're almost at 400 viewers. This is fantastic, guys. Thank you for joining the stream. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the subs. And thank you for just keeping me company while I stare at my wall and say a bunch of stuff. I don't want to embarrass myself, Carduar. I'm too caffeinated for EQ Guesser. Sorry if I asked already, but are monks only partially built so far since they have skills up to 12? Yeah, I would say so. All right, giveaway time. Hey, it spiked down again. What the heck? Where'd you guys go? Okay. Will there be vendor shops with housing like Ultima Online? Yes. All right, Question number 1. The first person in chat to answer this will get it. And try not, after you've not won, please try to, I mean, you can answer, but try to keep the spam to a minimum. All right. What is the name of the planet in Monsters and Memories? Done. Kabiri, 122. You got it. Kabiri, can you send me a whisper on Twitch with your MnM account email and your Discord name, and I'll get you added. Let me pull up, and I'll actually just literally add people as we go, so I don't have to worry about it later. Delay is horrid. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you guys need to refresh or something. The Twitch delay, this is why streamers use giveaway bots. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just a small-time, inexperienced streamer. I've never, you know. I've always been bad about like streaming stuff like this, but that's why we're gonna do the random giveaway as well. Keep it fair, right? But okay. Who got it? Who got it? Kabiri 122. I haven't seen a whisper from you yet, Kabiri. Oh, I see your message about the bard skills being hard to raise. That's something that I can talk to our balance designer about. Runaf, he's great. Missed that message. Okay. The next question. What is the continent in Monsters and Memories? Redris Rook. 8th roll. Redris Rook. Send me a whisper with your MnM account email. Oh, we're at 420 viewers. Nice. Hey, Redris Rook, send me a whisper with your MnM account email and your Discord, please. Wow, it dropped to 385. What's going on? It's wild. Dude, something's going crazy with the Oh, refreshes? Yeah, so probably actually not getting that many viewers. Bots be botting. Twitch anti-bot changes. No point in staying. Sorry, Fezzik. I like I said, like this is gonna get better. Like, beta is literally at the end of the month. There's gonna be a lot of keys being given out. Because we gotta get several hundred people in my opinion. Keith, thank you for the 5 gifties, buddy. Appreciate you, man. We miss you. And thank you for everything you've done for this game. All right. Did I get a whisper? I don't think I got a whisper. Okay, I got a whisper from Redris Rook. I didn't get a whisper from the first winner. Maybe I got a Discord message or something. Does somebody remember the first winner's name? I keep forgetting. Kabiri, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna write that down. So I don't, just in case like some kind of issue going on there. Okay. Adding Redris. probably the same if I had to guess. Yeah, I see you on Discord. No need to send it. Done. Welcome. Welcome to the alpha. Okay. Question number 3. What is my favorite zone in Monsters and Memories? I missed it. Who got it? Who got it? Did anybody get it? Wormsbane. That qualifies. The Makata. Is that what everyone else is saying? The Makata? Yeah. The Makata. Send me a DM. Hypnotic 04? Think you thought you were the first winner? Are you sure about that? On my screen, I don't think you were. I'll check the logs after. Okay. The Makata, send me... Yeah, you see Makata? Okay. Send me a whisper. Oh, Kabiri. Sorry for the delay. Had to restart my Twitch. No problem. Let me get you added right now. Congrats. And we'll verify that one to make sure that we'll get you in, but we'll make sure that somebody else didn't, win too, right? Damn, we pop it off tonight. Dude, love Snow. How's it going, man? Yeah, it's it is really a pop-off stream tonight. I gotta get you into the alpha, by the way, bud. Thank you for reading my Discord message. I sent my email Discord of the alpha. Yeah, definitely. So I'm gonna have to just send it on Twitch Skeleton because, dude, man, my DMs are so if I'm looking at my browser, I can't actually see any of the servers anymore. I see the top little Discord icon, like your DM icon, and then every single icon that is visual is a DM. That's messed up, guys. Come on. Nice, Love Snow. We all have to do that at some point. Okay, so let me open Twitch. We got Kabiri. Did we get the Makata? I don't believe we got the Makata. I see you, Hypnotic. I appreciate that. All right. I think it's time to move to the next question. Historically, what has been my most played class in Monsters and Memories? There it is. Let's play 541. Historically, guys, Necromancer is only what I've been playing since this kind of latest round of stuff, playtests in the last few months. But historically, and I mentioned this on the stream the other day, Cleric has been my go-to. So Let's Play 541 was the first to answer and also the first to say Cleric. So I'm going to go with Let's Play 541. Congrats. Please whisper me your MnM account, email, and Discord. And Skeleton, I'm getting you in right now. Oh, for some reason you're at the top of my my list anyways. Oh man, having to scroll down to click my top server on Discord, that feels weird. That feels very weird. Okay, we got Kaviri in there. And let's play. Nice. Let's get you in there. And we'll need your Discord as well. Okay. Let us see here. Okay. Got you on Discord. Cool. All right, guys. I don't know where the ads are at. When the next ads are. I think it should be a little bit. Let us get to the next trivia and last trivia question. Which race class combination won the recent survey in Discord? Done. J-Big. Wait, is it J-Big? Hold on. Who's it? Yeah, J-Big. Goblin Wizard. Goblin Wizard. There you have it. The trivia questions are done. Now we're gonna move on to the randomized selection. And I will explain how that will work in a moment here. It's not gonna be great. But J-Big, hit me up. Oh, we got the Makata. Let me get you in there, buddy. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. And I think I got... Yep. Okay. And I think I'm just waiting on J-Big. Please whisper me with your... I think I didn't add you, right? Or did I add you? I mean... Either way, just whisper me if I didn't. I already forgot. Yeah, JBig, just whisper me on Twitch with your MnM account email and your Discord. All right. I like that, Radok. I like that a lot. Exclamation point roll in the chat if you want to enter the random giveaway. All right. Got it. Impact VR is our first winner. Totally, this is not scientific whatsoever. I'm like closing my eyes. I'm like going. You know what? I'm gonna do a smarter way of doing this. I'm sorry if you didn't win this time, guys, but we're gonna come up with a better solution next time. I don't even know, you know? Let me get impact and JBig. Okay, I see your whispers, guys. Send me your emails. Okay, let me get the next group of people. Man, this is tough. I did not think this through whatsoever. I didn't think this through whatsoever. Okay. Dude McGee. Please send me your information. Pandemon Yon. Please send me your information. Manicotti 8976. Please send me your information. Good luck first, dude. Oh, this is so silly. And the final selection is gonna go to... Hey, I'm adding you to the elf anyways. I won't disclose who that is, but I'm gonna do a redo on that one. Javastine? Did I add you already, Javastine? Am I crazy? I don't think so. Javastine. All right, so your 5 random winners with the most unscientific way of doing things. Impact VR, Dude McGee, Pandemon Yon, Manicotti 8976, and Javastine. Please whisper me on Twitch with your MnM account email and your Discord, please. That's it, guys. Congrats, winners. I will do better in the future. I'm sorry for this scuffed ass contest. I'm trying my best here. I make games, play games. I am terrible at running contests. Sounds good, Viro. Good rolls, everybody. Okay. Okay, Impact VR. Get you in there. And I'll hang out for a little bit longer after I get all these people added. And we can kind of talk for a little bit longer. But let us get the winners in. Okay, impact, you're added. J-Big. Okay, J-Big's added. And Javastine. Still waiting on a few whispers from a couple winners. Make sure you whisper me your info, guys. If you are a winner, please don't otherwise, because it'll look like my Discord right now, and that's rough. That's rough. Okay, we got Javastine in there. We're still waiting for Pandemonian, or however you pronounce that. I'm sorry, I'm so bad. Pandemon Aeon, Manicotti 8976, and Dude McGee. Please hit me up on Twitch Whispers. You're trying, Dude McGee? Okay. Here. Click my name or something. Whisper me. Man, it's been a fun stream today, guys. Super congrats to the winners. All right. Let's do some quick Q&A for the end of the stream, I guess. Who should we reach out to if we have a guild looking for access? Since your Discord DMs are slammed? Yeah, you're gonna just have to send it to my Discord DM, Dark Arrow. I will go through it begrudgingly. Hey, how's it going, Shield Battery? Good to see you, buddy. Am I feeling happy right now? I am. It's great to be, cultivating such a great community. Not only here on Twitch, but in our game, Monsters and Memories. Like, it's fantastic. I couldn't ask for anything more. But it's good to see you, man. Will I cook you for $100? Oh, cook for me for $100. I'm not the best cook. I'm not gonna be honest, or I'm gonna be honest with you. Nick, please add sick visual effects for Cleric Holy Strike Battle Cleric Life. Here, I'll add that to the list. Yeah, if you have any last wish list ideas as well, I think I got controller support on here. Did I? Yeah, controller support's on there. Fantastic, overworld looking mysterious. Yeah. Let's hit with some rain too. Get the little ambiance up a bit, you know? Monk flying kick win? Good question. Let's put it on the list. We need some animations, I'll tell you that much. Some type of AoE threat for Paladin. Okay. How will your design of Druid avoid the class being seen, used as just a taxi / power level class? Well, we want their heals to be good. We want their utility to be better. We want just more stuff that they can do that, you know, they're not just a buff bot, right? Yeah, I mean, being a core main healer, I think is definitely part of it. But yeah, I mean, being a taxi, being a buffer is definitely part of their identity, but I think there are cool ways that we can make them more relevant. You know, but at the end of the day, like, not one class can do it all, right? Do you guys know what the next race newbie zone to go in when Falendrel is done? We're still deciding on that. It's possible. I don't know if I probably shouldn't. Should I? Whatever. I think we're looking at maybe Troll plus Lizard, maybe as a double drop, depending on what kind of bandwidth we have on the environment side of things. But if not one, or if not both, then one or the other. Not sure which one first. Nice, Javastine. No gnome rule set server? All right. We got it. Next time you should upload your chat logs to an LLM and have it summarize points. Oh, interesting idea. Let's see. Was exploring shallow shoals, hit a spot when I sunk and then was TP'd to the dock. Did I hit a zone line? No, I think you probably just hit like a certain like point that you're not supposed to, and it's something that we're gonna have to clean up. And there's also some issue. Yeah, there's just been some issues with like teleporting to safe spot and stuff like that. What's the intention with wizard class designs, since they seem to be less about big nukes in MnM? Looking at spells, they seem to have damage on par with other spellcasters. They should get their big nukes at a higher clip, or a faster clip, and have the best nukes in the game, as well as having lures, which are essentially low resist nukes and whatnot. But part of their design is also that they're kind of, it's evoking the Gandalf fantasy a bit with like having swords, and may even do like a staff mechanic for them. And then they also have like Mark of Magic, or Seal of Magic, which is a debuff that puts Mark of Magic on the enemy and increases the spell damage that they take. And that's not just from your spells, but all spells. So you're buffing a caster group, essentially. There we go. Pandamon finally got me. Let's see. All right. Adding him or her. Hey, Nick, our Ranger's going to be king of the campfires with extra buffs? That's a good idea. You know, why not add it to the list? Can you show us the current state of the Lizardman? I believe there's some concept art that you could find on them somewhere. Maybe somebody can point you in the direction, but there's some great concepts from them. Everyone watch Troll? Yeah. Dude, my throat is starting to hurt. I might have to call it soon. What's up? Missed the first half of the stream again. Oh, no, Quick. You've missed pretty much the entire stream. And Manicotti got me. 10 alpha keys were indeed given away. What about doing hardcore PvP servers that stay up for a few weeks at a time? Let's add it. So kind of like the Discord server from back in the day on EverQuest. Adding Manicotti. Hold on a second. Can't wait to see. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Can't wait for the lizard folk. Any idea when poisons are coming? There is one poison in, but it's kind of very placeholdery. But I'll add it to my short list. Need more rogue poisons. Wishlist. Add camping set to make a tent and sleep to increase regen. Yeah, I talked about, or I didn't talk about, I think I kind of designed out, or not designed, but it was kind of on like a little document about stuff that I want, like a bedroll and stuff like that. Yeah, a little like camping set would be amazing. Let me add that. I'll put that under trade skills, I guess. Did anyone ask anything for Spellblade? So I'll show you what we have for Spellblade. Should wear chain, can apply unstable shielding to allies, if not at level 4, maybe later in level. Gate spell. Threat is very high with procs. Yeah, I mean, you can read it. My throat is starting to die. But I'm going to actually make this available. I will share this after this. Well, I could hit share. Hey, Impact VR, thank you for the sub, the Prime sub. Appreciate that, and congrats again. So copy link, and there's the link. Is the intended role of Cleric to be the healer, or will the other classes get additional healing tools? I say this because currently it feels like neither Shaman nor Druid has tools that come close to matching Cleric's group survivability. It feels hard for me to justify exchanging 2 instant cast invulns and an instant cast damage shell for SAO and other buffs portals, but maybe that is just my personal bias. Oh yeah, there will be other ways for, so other than the Zasarn, thank you for the Prime. So yeah, there will be other ways that Druid and Shaman can differentiate themselves from Clerics and have their own kind of strengths. Like group heal, or maybe like a ground target heal or something like that, like a healing rain or different. There's going to be different things that they're going to be able to do. Yeah. So I would say yes. We're going to diversify the healing kits even more. And let me add it to the list just so I don't forget this, and maybe even add it to my short list as well. So diversify the healers further with unique heals for their classes. And then let me also add that to my short list because it's something that I definitely want to do. Fighters are described as master of weapons that often have equipment selected based on the situations they may find themselves in. I think having weapon skills that are tied to certain weapon types would flesh out their abilities list and give some cool flavor to fighters depending on what they are wielding. Yeah, I've seen that suggestion pop up a lot. It seems reasonable. Yeah, let's add it to the list. This might be a repost, but backpacks and shields on male dwarves are too small. Let's put that in the art category. And Zukin, if you're in here, that's one for you, buddy. I know you did adjust them because they were probably too big at a certain point, but maybe there's a happy medium. I'm not sure. But again, this is a wish list, not a must-do list. Is it normal that in Vale Zentar at Ashir Camp at night is like super dark? There's also this in the tunnel and Orc Camp in cave near to Evergrove. No. So caves in the game and certain areas that like permeate some kind of like aura or whatever have what's called a post-process volume, and these have custom lighting settings within a subsection of a scene or a zone, right? And with lighting changes, the brightness and like gamma like involved like all get kind of messed up and untuned. So they need to probably be retuned for the for like new lighting settings and whatnot. So it's not intended to. I mean, maybe certain areas will be like ultra dark, like little things that you will need a lantern to see anything. But in general, like, are those specific areas, like the cave shouldn't be pitch black necessarily. Like, I mean, some caves probably should, but I don't know if that one should. And then again, the area in Vale Zentar that you're thinking of, maybe that's not really supposed to be that dark per se. And Fallen Pass, there's that one. So yeah, it's something that we're definitely going to take a look at. Wishlist remove Surge Line from Enchanters. Felt really bad as a Necromancer seeing Enchanters have our mana pump. I'll add it to the list. That's a reasonable request, but like, I don't know. I can see it for sure, but it felt nice. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I need to take a 4-hour nap before my flight tomorrow. Thanks for the stream and have a good night, Nick. Thank you, Zelik. Thank you for being here. Thanks for the subs. I appreciate you. Have a good flight. Have a safe flight, and hope to see you back soon. Enraged Platypus. Thank you for the prime. Appreciate that. How do I change the alpha on chat windows? Hey, Kenster. How's it going? Good to see you on the stream last night with Level Up Larry. That was really cool. So you press escape, open, or click on the MnM thing, and go to chat settings. This will affect all the windows. One of the requests on the stream today, and I mean in the past, has been individual chat windows also have it. So yeah, currently it's just the all of the windows at once. Thank you, Pandemonian. Let me make sure. Did I get you? I don't know if that I got you. Wait. Oh, yeah, I did. I got you. I don't think I got you on Discord. There. No, I got you on Discord. And Dude McGee finally got me. Let me add you. It's all good. Sorry about that, dude. Man, my throat is gonna hate me tomorrow. Okay. Cool. I think I got all the contest winners. If I didn't... Oh, I gotta get Manicotti. Think you missed mine? I don't remember your name, Picky LOL. Yeah, congrats to the new testers. Are there any plans to nerf player see invis versus rogues? Feels real bad to be on a rogue on a PvP server when everyone can see me so easily. Yeah, so well, rogues are pretty strong on PvP, but that is a definite strong thing against them, and it has been suggested for the wish list, so I will put it under consideration and advisement. We love Deep Elf City stuff. How long are you streaming, sir? Thinking of doing some Deep Elf concept stuff on stream soon. Fire it up, dude. I think I'm ready to go. My throat is starting to kill me. And I need to get some dinner. I need to check out the petition queue. It's been a lot of fun, but getting to that time. Definitely fire up the stream, Goblin. You're very welcome, Keith. Like, thank you again for, like, again, everything you've done for this game. Like, we appreciate you. We miss you. And, yeah, I'm glad that you're hanging out in the streams, man. Is there a plan to allow Spellblades to temporarily weapon enchant group members' weapons? Oh, that's an interesting idea. Maybe like a cooldown-based ability. I may have to put that on my short list, actually. That's a fun one. We talked about maybe Enchanter having that, like, super early on in the process, but I don't know. Yeah, you're welcome, Grix. Sad I didn't win any alpha keys, but I enjoy watching the stream. I'm glad you enjoyed watching the stream, at least. Like I said, like, please follow the stream. I'm going to be doing more giveaways. Like I mentioned before, end of the month, we're going into beta. Closed beta will be popping off. Like, there's going to be hundreds of people playing. So, if you didn't win today, keep an eye on Discord. Keep an eye on the streams. You know, maybe we can even get some on some of the other people's streams on the team. Because it'd be cool to, you know, help them pop off a bit too. This game is my last hope for enjoyable MMOs following the... Yeah. Well, I won't say that, but... Thank you, regardless, developer dad. Appreciate that. Little DPS burn cooldown? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. You're up, Goblin? Okay. Let me just answer two more things. Can we pre-purchase for closed beta, or that's not a thing? That will never be a thing. We're not taking your money until the game is live. That's just how it's gonna be. When you can pay for a actual product, that is what we want. MnM and HOTS collab win. Dude, I gotta find your DM now on Discord, Mr. Injamora. Did you DM'd me, right? But yeah, I don't see myself going back to HOTS. Maybe I'll mess around with the HOTS stream. That'd be kind of funny. See ya, Viro. Thanks for tuning in. See ya, Baloo. Simon. Good to see you, bud. Send me to the art man. All right, let's get you guys to the art man. You're welcome, XV. You're welcome, Bly. Heroes of the Zur. That's right. Hey. Thank you, Flex. It's good to see you in here, man. Yeah, like, I don't want to like make a big deal out of it, like, but you know, it's we've always said that like we don't want to take anybody's money until we have, you know, something viable, something playable, that we feel confident and comfortable with you know, giving us money with, and a good foundation for even better things to come and a better game to come. So, yeah, like, hopefully we do right by you guys. We're trying to do right by you, so you're welcome, guys. Favorite character in HOTS? Gazlo was my favorite, along with Uther, Brightwing, Malfurion. I was a support player, but I did like Raynor and Vala as well. I like the AD carries. Are you going to add some tutorial or similar before the launch next year? Tried this game past days? Yes, we are going to add a tutorial. Like an offline tutorial, kind of the plane of meat adjacent. Okay, guys, I'm going to send you off to Goblin. Please stick around for the raid. I'm going to fire that off right now. Thank you again for all the follows, all the subs, and all the love and support. Not only for myself, but for the whole Monsters and Memories team and the Monsters and Memories project, and, you know, this game that we're trying to put together here. So, as a 30-year-old who loves PlanetSide, HOTS, EQ, and MnM, it's been wonderful stopping by and watching the stream. Looking forward to catching you around more as the game grows. A serious thanks you're putting into the game. Dude, you said PlanetSide, so I had to read off your message. Thanks, guys. Until next time, let me send you off to Goblin. Again, cheers, guys. Thank you so much.